This is the easiest way to start dropshipping on TikTok Shop. I know this because I've personally made over 6 figures doing this, and because it's so easy, I'm spilling all the secrets on how you can get started fast and change your life. It doesn't matter if you're a total beginner or looking to level up your skills to get to my level. This is my 8 years of hands-on experience that will guide you to build a real and profitable TikTok Shop dropshipping business from scratch. So the first thing that we're gonna do is set up our TikTok seller account. So I'm gonna walk you through every step of the way, and I've already prepared this cheat sheet, which I will let you know what you need to do in order to get it, and I'll also send it to you. But in any case, this is going to walk you through step by step of everything you need to know on how to get started dropshipping on TikTok the right way. So more on this cheat sheet soon, but let's go ahead and get started. We need to set up our seller account, and here's everything that we need to know for this process. So number one, I did leave a link right here in the cheat sheet on an account setup video tutorial, which will walk you through the steps of setting up the account because I don't want to invest too much time on that in this video. But basically, this is a very straightforward process, and all that you need to do is fill in your information. Now, the thing is, when dropshipping on TikTok Shop, we can select the region that we're opening up the store on. So for example, when you're setting up your account on TikTok Shop, and as you see, I'm walking you through all of the steps here, step by step. But again, it's very straightforward. What you need to decide is what region you want to dropship on. So do you want to sell on TikTok Shop's US, UK, Indonesia, Malaysia, and every other option that you have here? So it's all supported, and you can open up a store on any one of these regions. But my recommendation would be on the United States. And that's simply because the US has a much higher, a much stronger buying power. And it's just so much easier to sell on the US, especially when you're getting started, because most of the sales are happening there. And some would say that it is a very saturated market because everyone's selling on there. But on the other hand, you have the most amount of buyers in the US. And with the dropshipping business model, we can easily fulfill orders from and to the US. So the US customers will get their products really quickly, and they're going to be super stoked about that. So I'm going to show you how to do all of that. My recommended region would be to start in the United States. And from there, you can, of course, practice more regions, open up stores in more places. But in the beginning, start with one. Okay, now, if you do not live in the United States, in order to open up an account there, you will need to use a US VPN. My recommendation would be to use NordVPN. As you can see, it's what I'm using as well. You just click on the United States and you get connected to a US IP. Now, I'm not affiliated with them or anything. It's just one recommendation out of the many VPN software that you have out there. But in order to create an account on one of these regions, you will have to use a VPN service, because this way TikTok will not only allow you to open up an account in that region, but it'll also allow you to use marketing efforts, for example, running TikTok ads, and target the US audience when they see that you are from that region. Now, on the other hand, you will have to provide information, identity information, from a US person. So if you do not have one, if you are not a US person and you can't get these credentials, then it's going to be pretty challenging to open up a TikTok US seller account. But if you can get your hands on that, then this is definitely going to be your number one go-to. So step number one is to register for a TikTok Shop seller account. I also left a link here that will take you directly to your TikTok seller account. Watch the account setup tutorial. Basically, everything that you need to fill in here is, are you opening up an individual or a sole proprietorship? So my recommendation is to start with an individual account, especially if you do not have a business, you do not have an LLC. Once you see that you're starting to make sales and you're getting to that tax threshold, which I will get to also in this video, that is when you should start to consider creating a business and moving everything from individual to sole proprietorship. I recommend, if you do not have a business, start off with individuals, see that it goes well for you before you go through the whole hassle of opening up a business. Next, you'll need to provide some documents for verification. So it's either your ID or your passport. It does not have to be from the same region. So if, for example, you're showing them a UK ID or a German passport, but you're opening up shop in TikTok US, there's no problem with that. They just want to see that you have an ID and that you are who you say you are. Then you're going to go ahead and set up your shop information, like the name, product types. And then after you submit all this information, TikTok will approve your application within a few hours to a couple couple of days. In my instance, it took less than 1 day. And when you get approved, you'll get an email that looks like this. Your TikTok shop has been approved. Congratulations. And that's pretty much it. Once you get that email, it should take within a day or two, you will be able to start selling on TikTok shop. Now, I know that I fast forwarded through the whole registration process, again, because you already have the documentation on how to do so. I left a link in the cheat sheet. Soon I'll tell you what you need to do to get the cheat sheet. It's absolutely free. And here you've got over 40 pages of step-by-step information. And all of this has been customly written for you. This was not created with AI or anything of that sort, because no one has this amount of information that you need to really become successful and absolutely for free. And this is one of the things that I love about TikTok shop, is that it doesn't cost any money to register your TikTok account and get started selling. There's no limits to how many products you can list. So there's no store subscriptions or anything like that. And the only time we'll have to put money out is if we want to run paid ads, which I'm also going to get to in this video, but I'm also going to show you the free organic methods, which in my opinion works much better than using paid ads, especially when you don't have any data yet and you don't know which products are winners. So I'm going to walk you through step by step how to actually do this successfully on a budget, but again, still be able to really succeed with the store and generate sales and profits. If you have any questions about this or any step, you can leave a comment below and I will answer all of your comments right below this video. So once we have our account set up, we're going to get a dashboard that's going to look like this. So you're going to have this onboarding process, which as you see, I already finished everything. But basically what you need to do here, after registering your business and adding your tax information, then the first thing that you want to do is set up your shipping templates and add your first products. So this is what we are going to do next. Now, if you're wondering about this whole tax information thing and what accounts, like what bank accounts you need to use. So once again, because we are selling on TikTok US, we will connect it to a US bank account. So again, if you do not have one, you're going to have to get one, because that is how you're going to be receiving your payouts directly to a US bank account. So I'm going to go through all of the logistics as well. I just want to put every spot in its place so that this video will be really easy for you to follow and implement my steps. So the first thing that we're going to do is set up shipping, fulfillment, and return settings. So in order to do that, you can do it directly from the onboarding process here, or you can just click on this link that I left in the cheat sheet or navigate to the orders tab, and there you will have fulfillment settings. So I'm going to walk you through the whole TikTok menu as well. But first, let's take it step by step. The first things that we need to do. So orders/fulfillment settings. And then here we are going to be under fulfillment. So we can see that right here, we're under fulfillment. So the first thing is warehouse settings. So we're going to configure our first warehouse. So you can also find the location to this under my account/account settings/warehouse settings. And you can also find it here. Okay, so you can go to your account right here, my account settings, and there you'll also have the place where you can edit the warehouse settings. Okay, so you're going to click here on setup. So what this warehouse means is, where are we actually shipping our products from? It's called a pickup warehouse, and we're also going to set a return warehouse. Now, either way, we're not actually using these warehouses. So of course, you don't have to have a warehouse. So we're just going to be using a virtual address that resides within the country that we said that we are selling from. So in this example, in this whole video, I'm going to be running on a TikTok US seller account. Okay, so that's why I have a US address here. And in order to help you with all of this address thing, like where do I get these addresses and like what can I use there? Then again, I have all of the explanations here. So this is where you're going to set your ships from address. You can use either your own home address if you live in the US, or just a US virtual address, or wherever region you're selling on. The warehouse location should be in the same country as I talked about, where you register your TikTok shop seller account. And the return warehouse, you can also just use the same address. In any case, like I said, nobody's going to be returning to this warehouse. Nobody's going to be returning any merchandise there. And we're also not going to actually ship out any products from this warehouse, but we have to have something on file. So in order to help you with that, I also left a link right here in the cheat sheet. It's called under virtual addresses, USA warehouse addresses. So just click on that, and here you can just use any one of these warehouse locations here. So these are actual warehouses that you have in the US. So you can just use one of these virtual addresses if it helps you. You can also Google search and just find it there. Just find other addresses that you can use. But in any case, this should pretty much take care of that. Under the warehouse settings, you're going to click on Add Warehouse. And you see that I only have United States as an option because that's where I registered my seller account. And you can also set that as your return address, as I mentioned. And then here, just give it any name like USA Warehouse. contact person. So write your name. Okay, here you can add a phone number. You can also get a phone number from the virtual addresses link that I showed you. And then the whole address. Region, of course, is the United States. You can also select which state it's under. Postal code, which once again, you're getting from the virtual address, and shipping regions. So this is where you can ship to. So up until now, we filled in our ship from. This is where you can ship to. So I recommend to leave it on the US. You can go international, but if this is your first time drop shipping, and you're still kind of testing the waters, I want you to make your first sales in-house, so domestically, and slowly learn where you can expand to in terms of other countries. But right now, stay on the US, keep it simple so that you don't have any trouble further down the road. If you start getting orders to countries where you can't actually fulfill to, we're going to get to that when we talk about the best dropshipping suppliers to use on TikTok Shop. Okay, so once you have your pickup warehouse or your ships from warehouse and your return warehouse, and don't worry about returns, I'm going to show you how to deal with all of that when we get to the right section. But right now, step by step, this is what we need to do. All right, so once we filled in our warehouse settings, the next thing that we have is order handling time. So when I say the next thing we have, I'm going back to the fulfillment settings that's under your orders page. Now remember that TikTok changes the menu locations from time to time. So if you're not seeing this specific link under orders, then you can simply search for whatever menu you're looking for up here, or you can also open up a chat support with TikTok Shop and ask him where it is. But I don't think you're going to have any of this trouble. Everything usually is in its right place, but I do see TikTok making a lot of changes now and then because they are still relatively new to the e-commerce scene and they're still trying to figure out the best places for everything. Okay, but again, everything should be very, very straightforward. So next thing that we're going to set up is our order handling time. Okay, so again, we're under fulfillment settings. As for these two, default action for label creation and printing, it should be print labels after purchase on by default. Just make sure it's not on the print labels upon purchase. Again, this should be on default, but in case TikTok changes anything, make sure that you're on the right side of things. And document format options, just leave it on default. It should be okay. We're not going to use any of these options anyway, but what we do need right here is the order handling time, which is down here. So order handling time basically says, okay, from the minute you get an order, how long will it take you to upload tracking information? And TikTok doesn't support every shipping carrier out there. So we will have to use major shipping carriers that they do support. And I'm going to go over it when I get to that section. But again, just to name a few, UPS, USPS, FedEx, DHL, all of the major shipping carriers that work in the US, those are the ones they support. More on that later. But once again, order handling time is how long it takes you to provide tracking. Now, you might not have this information yet because you don't know what suppliers you're going to work with and you don't know how fast they're going to ship out your products. So what we're going to do here is we're going to click on the customize button and we are going to go with manual settings. We're not going to go with automated handling time because then TikTok is going to try to automatically calculate how long it takes us to ship our products and they have no idea who our suppliers are and how long it actually takes them. And we don't want them to write down 1 day if we cannot really actually ship out within 1 day. So here we're going to choose manual settings. And you can choose 1, 2, or 3 business days. To start off, choose 3 business days because once again, you need to get to know your suppliers. You need to make sure that they do supply a tracking number within this amount of time after receiving an order. Okay, so I'm going to leave it on 3 business days. I'm going to click on save. I'm not sure if the default is going to be on 1 or 2, but again, to start off, put it on 3 business days. And once again, when I get to the supplier section soon, I will show you suppliers that can ship out quickly and that can provide a supported tracking number within this handling time. And once you get to know your suppliers really well and you have multiple orders and you've ordered a product multiple times from one supplier, and that supplier always gives you a tracking number within the first 24 hours, that is when you can go back and update your handling time for those specific products to 2 days or 1 day. Next thing that we want to set up before we do our product research, before we start adding products to our TikTok shop, is shipping and delivery. So shipping and delivery can be found under the same menu. So again, we're still under orders, fulfillment settings. Only here, instead of fulfillment, we're clicking on the next tab, which is shipping and delivery. So the first thing that we want to set up here is to make sure that we are on seller shipping. So this means that we are going to ship out our products to our customers and we're not going to be using TikTok's fulfillment center or anything like that. Now, keep in mind, we are using the dropshipping business model. So this means that we're listing products that we have from our suppliers' websites. And once we make a sale on one of these products, only then will we go to our supplier's website, purchase the product, and ship it to our customers. I'm going to show you how to do everything manually. And I'm also going to show you the automatic method when when you're ready to automate your business, put everything on autopilot and really make it to the big numbers. But it's important to understand that we are not using TikTok fulfillment service. So here, if that is the default setting that you have, you're going to click here on switch options. And instead of TikTok shipping, you're going to go with seller shipping. Now, below this, we've got shipping templates. So under your shipping template that you're going to create, this is where you decide what states you can ship to within the US and also how fast you ship to there. So this is where we are going to create our first shipping template. Now, I do not have the option to create because a shipping template is connected to a warehouse. So because I already created my warehouse and I already created a shipping template, my shipping template is connected to that warehouse. So in order to create another shipping template, we are going to create another warehouse. And it doesn't cost money to create extra warehouses. It doesn't cost money to create all these shipping templates. And you will use this especially if you have one supplier that can ship and deliver within an X amount of time, and you're working with another supplier that does it with a Y amount of time, which is different from the first one. If you have differences in shipping time, so how long it takes to deliver the order after you supply tracking information, or if there's a change to what countries a certain supplier can ship to, what states it can ship to, then you're going to create a different warehouse and connect it to a different shipping template that is right for that product from that supplier. So here, for example, I'm going to click on the edit button because this is what you're going to see when you create a new shipping template. So you're going to, of course, click on create new shipping template. You're going to connect it to that warehouse. So you can see right here, first of all, I've got the template name. So in this case, I just called it free US economy shipping, and under ships from, it's connected to that warehouse, right? So it's connected to my default warehouse. And if you have another warehouse, then you can create a new shipping template as I explained. Okay, rate model, we're going to keep it on weight based. And here you can choose what shipping method you are going to go with. And by template, I mean how long it takes you to deliver the product after your handling time. So if you have 3 days handling time, you've got 3 days to upload tracking information. After those 3 days are over is the delivery time. So now how many days until you actually deliver the product after it was shipped out, right after you uploaded tracking information? So as a default, TikTok will have standard shipping ticked in. So this means that orders should be delivered within 7 business days after your handling time. So overall, you've got 7 plus 3, 10 days to deliver from and to the US, which is absolutely no problem. Most of the products that we are going to ship out are going to be delivered within just a couple to a few days. So we're definitely going to be okay here. So that is where you have the standard shipping model, and the flat rate is going to be 0.00 USD. We are going to provide free shipping to our buyers. Now, even if you found a supplier and let's say the product costs you $30, so you're going to pay $30 to purchase the product plus $10 shipping. This is just an example. We're not going to be working with such suppliers, but overall our source price is $40. And with AutoDS, it can take the shipping price and include it in the source price automatically so that our source price will be $40 in this example. So $30 for the product plus $10 for shipping. So instead of 30 plus 10, it's just going to be $40. And on top of that, we're going to have our break even and the extra profit that we would like to make. So our profit margin is going to stay the same, only we're going to offer free shipping to our buyers no matter what, because buyers like seeing free shipping, and that does have the psychological effect that actually works, that will make a buyer prefer you over another seller that actually charges for shipping. So standard shipping is going to be the default option, and if it's not, you can definitely go with that one. Next, you've also got free economy. Now you can go with this one, okay? And shipping is free. So again, you won't have the option to set a flat rate, but this is for products that will be delivered within 11 business days. So that actually is going to take quite a while. So that's 11 plus the 3 handling days. That's 14 business days. So with the weekends, it could take almost 3 weeks, which is what the buyer will see. Oh, this product will take like 2 to 3 weeks to arrive. Let's see if there are other sellers who can, supply it actually quicker. And you don't want to do that, especially if you can deliver within 7 business days plus your 3 handling days. 10 business days is more than enough. Next, you've got express shipping. So if I would recommend you to use something other than the standard shipping within 7 business days, would definitely be express shipping within 4 business days. Now, most of your orders with the suppliers that I'm going to show you can deliver within 4 business days after your 3 days handling time, because that is a total of 7 business days. With the weekend, that's about 9 days in total. And most of the suppliers are going to be able to put up with that. But first, I want you to go with standard shipping, see what suppliers you go with, see how long it takes them to ship ship out the orders once you get them. And then you can decide if you also want to tick in this one and also offer express shipping. And for express shipping, you can take another, let's say $4.99. And this means that when the buyer checks out with the product on your store, they'll have an option for which shipping method they would like to use. And then they'll be able to change it to express shipping for another $4.99. Only, of course, for products where you know that you can ship it out that quick. And you're going to make another $4.99 easy profit because you don't have an extra expense here. So that's a nice little tip that I would recommend you to use only after you get used to your suppliers and see how fast they ship out your products. Then you're going to be making a bonus 100% extra $5 in profit or whatever you choose. You can even go $5.99. Just don't go too high up because then most won't choose it, but it's extra profit in your pocket, which I'm sure that you will not say no to. Okay, so again, under ship from, you're going to select your ships from warehouse, standard, express, or economy. Here, I'm also going to write add $4.99 for extra profit. Okay, flat rate to 0 under the standard shipping. So let's just put that there. Okay, and the only regions that I would recommend not to ship to, so you would exclude them. As you can see, I did that here under my standard shipping. If I edit it, you can see that all of the states in the US are ticked in, except for Hawaii and Alaska. And that's simply because there's a lot of delivery problems to those states. So I simply would not recommend having that on. You're not going to get that much sales from those states anyway. And we're trying not to have any trouble with delivery times, with not being able to deliver certain products and things like that. So leave those two out. Back to the fulfillment settings. We're done with shipping and delivery, and we're done with the fulfillment. So this means that we created our ships from warehouse, our return warehouse, and we created our shipping templates under shipping and delivery. So TikTok knows what states we can ship to and how long it takes us to deliver our products. Next, under cancellations, just make sure that there is no auto approvals for order cancellations. So what this means, I clicked on set up, and then here just make sure that nothing is selected. So what this means basically is if a customer purchases a product from our store, and then let's say they wake up the next day and they're like, actually, you know what? I don't want it. I'm going to cancel the order. And then they would come back to TikTok and they would open up the order and they would make a cancellation request. And then we don't want TikTok to come and say, okay, well, the seller did configure that we can automatically cancel within 5 hours or at any time as long as the order didn't ship. We don't want that because in most cases, we already fulfilled the order from our supplier and it's already on the way. Maybe tracking information isn't available yet, but in any case, we already paid for the product and it's already making its way to the customer. So in this case, we're just going to leave it off. And if we have a cancellation request, we can see it from the manage orders page. And from there, we can decide if we already fulfilled the order, then no, you can cancel, but I'll send you a return label when you get the product and then you can return it and then I'll send you a refund. If you didn't ship out the order yet, if you didn't order it from your supplier, then just give the buyers what they want because customer service is what's really going to help us in the long term. We always want to listen to our buyers, and if they want to return the product or if they want to cancel the order and we can do that with our suppliers, then we're definitely going to approve it for the buyers as well. Okay, so just make sure that we're not automatically approving cancellations. Last but not least, we've got returns and refunds. And so here, we just want to make sure that nothing here is activated, okay? Because we want to manually process our returns if and when we have a return request from our buyers. And so this means that returnless refund, we're not going to create an automation for this. So we're not going to issue refunds without requiring customers to return the items. We're not going to automatically approve refunds. We need to make sure that they are within their cancellation policy and that we can actually return it to our suppliers. Under replacement service, allow customers to replace purchased items. Again, leave that off. And under replacement settings, allow customers to replace purchased items. You want to leave this deactivated. So this does not mean that we're super strict and we're not going to allow returns. We actually are, and I'm going to get to that, of course, when we get to the returns and refund section. But in general, while you're setting up your store, you don't want any of these options to be on automatically. Okay, so again, there's no need to enable any automatic option. Make sure that everything is turned off. It's all written in the cheat sheet, and under replacement settings, it could be toggled on automatically. So just make sure that it's deactivated as I showed you down here. And that is pretty much everything that we need to set up before we start doing our product research, start listing items, and start getting sales. And one of the things that I love about TikTok Shop is we are getting free organic traffic traffic. So this means that as soon as you list a product, you don't have to start doing paid marketing or even organic marketing in order to start getting sales. You're going to start getting views if someone is searching for a product that you listed. So let me show you exactly what I mean by that. Let me go to my TikTok shop account. And now I'm going to go over all of the menus here so you'll get to know everything that you have on your dashboard. So I want to show you what happens when you click on analytics. And then from here, I'm going to click on product card. Now I am skipping forward a bit because I just want to show you something. Now I just started adding products to this demo account that I'm showing you here just several hours ago. And I've already got 84 viewers. Okay, it's not thousands or in the tens of thousands, but I didn't do anything to get these 84 viewers. And I only added products a few hours ago onto this store. So you can already see that I'm getting viewers, but where are they actually coming from? So if we go down here to traffic source, we can see that 96% of the 85 viewers came from the search, came from the TikTok shop search function. So you can see right here a screenshot. They open up TikTok, they click on search, and they search for a specific product. TikTok could show them videos that people made around this product, and they could also show them products that people are selling on TikTok shop that's similar to whatever they searched for. So as you can see, I already got 81 viewers from the search, and I don't have that many products. I only have 13 products listed. And again, they're all completely brand new. I just literally listed them. Now we can see that 3 more viewers came from recommendation, which is pretty cool. So this is, as you can see here on the screenshot, where a viewer is scrolling and then they're getting the recommended for you, or you might also like, or view all reviews, and then they can see your product there. So that's cool because this is all 100% free traffic, and it doesn't cost any money to start getting these views. And these views will eventually turn to sales when we add more products, more than just a small 13 that I added here. And of course, when more time passes, because again, this is all completely brand new and I'm already getting views from the search. Now, if I click on that, we can get more information. For example, where they searched it. So here we can see that 56% of the 81 viewers that I got from the search search for it on the shop tab homepage, and 39%, so 35 out of the 81 views searched on the TikTok homepage. So some of them are actually on TikTok shop when they make the search, and so more viewers came from there, but we're still getting a nice amount of viewers who are just on TikTok, just looking for videos where they search for something and they go to our product, because the TikTok search results can show you both videos and products that people are selling. So this is how you're going to get absolutely for free on TikTok search engine, whether it's on the regular TikTok app or on the TikTok shop app. So I'm really excited to continue this with you, do the product research, show you the suppliers, start adding products, and start making our sales. And of course, learn what we can and what we cannot sell, because TikTok is really strict on this, but I did create a shortcut that you will not be able to find anywhere else, and it's all inside this cheat sheet. What do you need to do in order to get this cheat sheet? All you got to do is comment right below this video, hashtag TikTok shop. Let me know what is your top takeaway from this video. What did you learn? And I will send you a link to this cheat sheet right here. So that's all you got to do, and it's completely yours to have. Okay, so let's go over the menu really quick on TikTok. So once you get your account, let's go back to the main page. So first, you've got the orders page. This is where you're going to see all of the orders that came in on your TikTok shop account and what the current status is, and the rest of the order information, who the buyer is, what they purchased, and all of that. So you can see all of that here, especially if you're doing manual work. Again, I'm going to show you how to work with AutoDS because I firmly believe in automation. I've been doing this for over 8 years now, and I don't know where I'd be without it. So when it comes to that, you're going to be able to see everything here on AutoDS. But first, let's do everything manually. So orders, this is where you're going to see them. Manage returns. If you have any return requests, you're going to see them right here. Fulfillment settings, we already went over that. And co-funded free shipping is not relevant. Next, we've got products. So these are all of the products that I have or that you have on your stores. And as I mentioned, I only have 13 products at the moment. So you can see that 13 of them are live. Overall, I have 14 because one product did not get approved. We're going to go through all of these approvals soon and what we can and cannot sell. I did leave that non-approved one here as an example to show you why they don't approve products, but I've also got the whole list of what you can and cannot sell. In any case, you can see all the products that you have on your store here on TikTok shop under products/manage products. Next, you've got product ratings. So when you start start getting reviews on the product that you're selling on your store, you're going to be able to see that here. Product Optimizer gives you tips on how you can further optimize your products that you have listed in order to further boost them on TikTok search engine. Then you've got Manage Stock, where you can see what products are running low on stock or what are out of stock, so that you can pretty much see it from here and take care of your stock status. And like I said, because we're going to be using automation, we don't really need to worry about this, because if a product goes out of stock on our supplier's website, it's also going to go out of stock on our website, because we got the whole price and stock monitoring. And so if the product goes back in stock, or if the price changes, the same changes are going to happen on our stores automatically. So this means that we can upload hundreds to thousands of products and not have to worry about stock or price changes on our suppliers' websites. This is one of the great things about automation, amongst so much more that I'm going to get to soon. Next, we've got product opportunities. So this is going to help you with your product research and find out what other products similar to the ones that you have listed are selling well on TikTok Shop right now. So here, for example, we can see a whole bunch of fitness equipment, because I did list a few fitness products, and these products are selling really well on TikTok Shop. We can see how many views these products got in the last 7 days. So like this ab wheel right here got 9,000. This squat machine got 6,000 views. This elbow support automatic rebound machine, I don't even know what that is, got 7,600 views. And you can also see how many related products you have to this product on TikTok Shop. So here, for example, we can only see one related product to this squat machine, which also looks pretty cool. And also you can see that this lung breathing trainer, which I haven't really seen much, and this is probably why, there are only 3 other similar listings to this one, and this listing got over 7,000 views in the last week. Okay, so this can also help you with your product research, but the first products need to come from you. TikTok is not going to throw millions of products at you and just tell you, hey, this is selling, so go sell it on TikTok Shop as well. So first you need to upload your products. So whatever categories, whatever niches you're selling in, and of course we're going to go through all of that when we get to the product research super soon. And then once you upload your products to TikTok Shop, you can come to the product opportunities to get more insights here on products similar to those that you are listing. And last but not least, under products, we've got the sales accelerator. So this is another place where it gives you insights on how you can further boost your sales on products that you have listed. Quite frankly, I don't really pay attention to any of these, because at the end of the day, I'm adding products really quickly from my suppliers to my TikTok Shop, and I'm also optimizing my products with the help of AI. I'm going to show you how to do all of that. So again, your title, your description, everything is going to be rewritten. So it's going to be super unique on your website. So if those products are not making sales, then I simply remove them after about a month or 2. Depends on the data. So if they made no sales whatsoever, I remove them from my store and I add other products instead. And as I start to get winning products, as my products start to sell, I look for more products similar to them, different features, different dimensions, different colors, different sizes, and I add them to my store as well. Now remember that product research and adding products to your store doesn't cost any money. So up until now, everything that I've done here, everything that you see here is absolutely free. The only time that you're going to pay TikTok something is your fees. So your referral fees only after you make a sale. So I'm going to go over fees soon so that you'll also understand your break even. But in any case, that pretty much wraps up all of the pages that we have here under products. Then we've got fulfilled by TikTok, not relevant. We're not going to send products from our suppliers to TikTok Shop's warehouse because we are shipping from our suppliers directly to the end customers. So there's no need for this extra middleman, which is going to cost us more money and it's going to take more time to reach the customer. So as a dropshipper, there's absolutely no advantage in fulfilled by TikTok. Next, we've got marketing. So this is where we can start promoting our products. And I'm going to go over this soon. So right now, I'm not going to do the tutorial. I'm just going to let you know that this is where it's at. So here is where you can run shop ads. As you can see, I even have a balance here for some previous ads that I ran. So this is where you can create TikTok ads. So TikTok shop ads for the products that you have in your store. But you're only going to do this after you know that these products are hot winners and that they are going to sell. And I'm going to be going through this validation process with you guys. So you'll know what products to actually put your money on. And this is much better than marketing used to be back in the day, where we didn't have the organic method. We didn't have free traffic to our stores. So every product that we wanted to test, we actually had to put money on it and run ads. And if it would be a flop, then we would just lose a whole bunch of money there. And when we find a winner, then we'll make a whole bunch of money. But then again, it's so much harder that way because you're spending money on the first product that you just want to test. So again, today we don't really have that problem anymore. So more on that when we get to it. Next, we've got promotions. So under promotions is where you can, well, create a promotion for products in your stores. So for example, example, you can create a flash sale, let all your buyers know, hey, there's a big sale going on right now. It's a limited time offer, so you can set an end date to that. You can also give a product discount, so a certain discount for a certain product and not for the whole store or for a whole category. Next, you've got customer incentives. So this is where you can create more promotions, more offers. For example, buy more, save more. So, okay, if you buy 2, you get 10% off. Buy 3, get that. Gift with purchase. So when someone purchases a product from your store, you can send it with a gift, and you can get really creative when it comes to gifts with purchases. For example, you can sell a pet product like a cat toy or a dog hat or something like that, and you can give them a free ebook. So something like a digital thing where it's easy for you to send it right away. And that way they're going to get so much more value when they purchase from you rather than any other seller, because you're giving them something that no one else can give them. So this isn't a must, and this is more of an advanced technique, but keep this in mind because it won't require that much work and it's going to make you stand out so much more. Next, you've got coupons. So this is where you can create coupons for your buyers. Okay, use this coupon code and you're going to get this and that much off. Shipping fee discount, we're not really going to use because we're not going to charge for shipping anyway. Chat coupon is another type of coupon that you can send exclusively to customers through chat messages, and you've got a promo code. So you can show this promo code anywhere else, even outside of TikTok, other social media platforms, and they can take that code, go to your store, and use that to get a special discount. So you can just click on create under any one of these to start creating your next promotion. And you've also got live promotions. So this is going to take your marketing efforts one step further. And I really believe that this is the future of online shopping. And that again is live shopping. So this is where you will see someone live and it's like, hey guys, I'm selling this iPhone right here, or whatever it is, or let's say these headphones over here, or this the headphone stands. So whatever it is, and everything is being priced, and they can purchase while you're running your live. And also they can ask you questions in the live chat. So it just makes shopping much, much more interesting than you having to just go to a store and try to figure out everything yourself, what product is good, what makes it stand out. And so here you can also create live promotions. So live flash sale, offer exclusive live deals to incentivize quick purchases, promote new products, attract new customers, creator flash sale. And you've also got live coupon, and you can check out the other options here. This is if you're working with other creators, which is probably not going to be the case, so I'm going to skip over that. But in any case, it's really good to run promotions, especially when you're working with a really high profit margin, and you will. My recommendation is always to work with at least a 60% profit margin after your break even. We're going to get to all of that, of course, when we get to the pricing section and the break even and the fees and all of that. But it's always good to leave extra room for promotions, even if it means raising the product price a little bit, just so that you won't profit 20% or 30% or anything low like that, especially on hot and popular products. So that is promotions. Next, you've also got your shop page. So the shop page is where you can create your online storefront. So you have a nice little example here. So you're going to have your logo over here. And if you're wondering how to get logos, you can easily get free logos today using AI generators. So if you want any links to any logo makers, just let me know in the comments and I will send you the link to some. But you can easily go to places like Canva, which has a free logo maker. Everything here is absolutely free to use. I'm not going to do the tutorial now, especially if you don't want to start going through all of the elements here and then editing the text or the sizes or the colors and things like that. If you just want to get it done for you, you can go to places like Shopify's free logo maker, and this will create the logo for you automatically. So you just choose whatever niche you want, click on next, write your slogan or your business name, choose your visual style, and just go on with the process. Again, I'm trying not to spend too much time on these small little tutorials. If you already know it, then you already know. If you don't, once again, just leave me a comment below and I will give you the resources. Okay, so here you're going to be able to create your storefront and you've got your campaigns. So this is where you're going to run your marketing campaigns, and you will be able to see all of the campaigns that you are running under shop ads as well. Next, you've got TikTok funded program, not relevant for us, and you've also got affiliate. So this is where you can connect with other creators that can showcase your products, and of course you're going to have to pay them, and the better they are and the more their audience is big and also relevant to the audience that you're looking for, the more it's going to cost you. So this is a little bit costly, but as you start to get more advanced on this, you definitely want to hook up with a creator, especially once you found a good winner and you're ready to put a budget on that to really scale up those sales. This is where you're going to start working with other creators, other content creators who will be able to see the products that you choose, and they will select if they want to create videos on this product and bring traffic to your store. And of course, you guys are going to negotiate a deal. It's not for beginners, so I'm not going to go over that here. Next, you've got shoppable videos. So this is where you can create a video. You see, I got the option right here, create video, but first you need to link your TikTok account. So whatever TikTok account you have, you're going to have to link it to your TikTok shop. It's two different things. You've got your TikTok shop account and you've got your regular TikTok account. So once you link your TikTok account to your TikTok shop, then you can create videos on that TikTok account and it will be linked to your TikTok shop when you're going to do it through here. So you got the options here to create your video, upload directly to TikTok or product clips, use templates, live highlights, and so forth. So if you ran a live, you can take a highlight from that live and create a clip from it. In any case, these are videos that are going to be shown to potential customers. And these are organic videos. It's not a live video, so they don't have to be there when you're recording the video. And you've got some examples down here. So this is where you're going to be creating such a video and hopefully get that organic traffic that's going to see the video, click on the link to get to your shop and purchase the product from there. So that is shoppable videos and live selling, which I already mentioned. We saw it when I was going over the coupon section. We saw it before, but this is where you actually do that. So here you've got an overview on how that actually works. Okay, so you've also got some examples of others who are doing it here. So this is kind of similar to like what I just showed you. You're kind of like live and you're showing your products and people can click on them and purchase the products from your store as you're running the live. And of course, as you can see here, you can get help from more people. So if you got some family members or if you got some friends who are willing to help you, this is, like I said, in my opinion, the next best thing in online shopping. But you don't have to have this to succeed. And if you don't want to be in front of a camera and you don't want someone else to do it for you, that's absolutely fine. Just know that this is another option to grow your store and get more people to engage with your store, your brand, and your products. Next, under growth, you've got mission and reward. So this is kind of like an onboarding thing, which TikTok gives you like points to do things like getting your account set up and making your sales and optimizing your products and things like that. And then they give you these vouchers, which you can use for your marketing efforts on TikTok Shop. Next, we've got apps and services. So the only thing that's going to be interesting for us here is the AutoDS app, which I will get to soon, but we don't need to do it from here. So this is just a place where you can find other apps, kind of similar to Shopify's App Store, where you just have a whole bunch of apps that you can use that can help you with your marketing or with collecting customer leads, information, and things like that, making like a spin the wheel and then giving them a special promotion to collect their email address. Only here you won't get that because TikTok is going to keep your customers' email addresses. You won't really have access to that because TikTok wants to keep that for their marketing. But on the other hand, they're giving you organic traffic and free organic traffic. So that is the upside of not getting their email addresses. But that is just one example. And you can check out other apps here that can help you. In my case, I'm not using any on my TikTok shop that's actually selling because I just like to keep things super simple and automated. So I upload a product. It's either going to get sales or not. And if I really like it, if I know that it's going to be a good product, I also order it to my house and I create organic clips. So I create videos around this product. I know how to create good hooks. I can go over this information with you as well. And this is how you're going to see what products are going to rank well and what not. And I keep rinse and repeating this process. And month after month, quarter after quarter, year after year, you keep getting better at this, learning from your successful efforts, letting go of what doesn't work, and continuing to multiply your success. It won't happen all on day one, but with consistency, the right amount of effort, and having all of the resources, tools, and knowledge as I'm passing on to you in this video, I guarantee you will not need anything more to make your sales and start to really grow from there. So you do not need to take any $2,000 courses and whatever else you have out there, because as you can see, I'm leaving it all out over here. So that's regarding the App Store. You don't have to have it, but it does have some apps that can help give you a boost. I'm personally not using any except for AutoDS because it's more than enough. And here we've got the analytics. So this is where you're going to get all the data, who's buying on your store. And here I can click on growth and insights, and we can get more insights here, like optimizing some of the products and the descriptions and images and things like that. And we've also got live and video. So if you're running live shopping episodes for your store, you're going to see the info right here, the analytics, how many people are watching it, buyers, how many items you sold, click-through ratings, and all of that. And you've got the product card. So this is going to show you, I already showed you this, but how much traffic you're getting and where that traffic is coming from. So as I showed you, I already have people who are searching for products similar to the very small 13 amount of products that I have on this demo store. And like I said, it's only been for a few hours. So it's nice to see that organic traffic not only exists, but it really starts as soon as you list your products. It also just comes to show you how many people are active on the TikTok Shop platform and how easy it is to get traffic to your store. Now, the more products I add, the more views I'm going to get. The more time passes, even the more views I'm going to get. And at the end of the day, it's a numbers game. The more products you upload, the more products you're going to sell. And the more products you're going to sell, the more you realize what your winners are. And you're going to upload more products similar to those while continuing to test the market for other types of products. And you're just going to get the ball rolling easily this way. Okay, next we've got the products themselves. So you can kind of get insights here. I don't really use this. You've got the products page, you've got AutoDS, but in any case, you can get some more extra insights here. Marketing, which we don't have anything here, and post-purchase. So this is going to show you where you stand according to your policies and according to other sellers. So, okay, you know what your handling time is, but what actually is the handling time that you have been able to do on your store? So here you're going to see your actual average handling time that you were able to accomplish after getting your first few orders and of course handling them. And here you're going to see how much you actually processed within 3 business days, because as you saw, I did change my setting to 3 business days, my handling time. In other words, how long it takes me to provide tracking information. And this is going to show you your shipping time. So how long it took you to deliver the product after you provided the handling time, after you shipped out the product. Okay, so we already talked about what handling time, what shipping time means, but this section here will simply show you your averages of what you're set in your policies and what you're actually able to accomplish after you're getting your sales. Okay, so we're still under post and purchase. You've got your cancellation and refund. So if you have any of those, you'll see them here. Customer reviews, you'll see them here. And any complaints, you will see them here. After that, we've got account health. So this has shop health, TikTok account health, and shop performance score. Okay, so all of the things that I'm talking about, once again, you've got them all here on the cheat sheet, but I just want you to have a quick glance, a quick visual glance of what these things look like and what you have under each one. Okay, so we're almost done. And then we're finally going to get to product research, but let's finish the last few that we have left. So the shop health will show you how well healthy your shop is. And you really want to have a very healthy, like this example right here, good health, keep up the good work. This is what you want to have. So no penalties means that you're not getting any violations, and TikTok is not, giving you any slaps on the wrist for things that you're doing. Like, for example, not shipping out your products on time, not complying with TikTok's policies, canceling orders, so seller fault cancellation rate, like you cancel an order because let's say you're out of stock, late dispatch rate, and valid tracking rate. So that's why it's important to have all these things. You don't want to dispatch any order late. So that's why you want to go for the maximum that TikTok gives you in the handling time. And of course, we chose the 7 days shipping, which is more than enough. You can go for the bigger one, but again, I don't recommend that because you're not going to take that long to ship, and you do want to have a higher chance to get more orders. So that's why I recommended what I did when we were going over the shipping templates. So here you have your current performance. Okay, so how well you're performing at the moment, what your target should be. So this means that your current performance always needs to be smaller, okay, less than your current target. So if the target is 2.5%, TikTok is saying, hey, don't cancel more than 2.5% of your orders, because then you're going to be above the target, and then you're going to get weekly violation points. Okay, and when you accumulate enough points, they are going to in the beginning send you a few warnings, and then a temporary suspension, and then hopefully not a permanent suspension. You really have to do a bad job at this stuff in order to get to that. But here is where you're going to see where you stand at the moment. Okay, and the valid tracking rate. So you want to make sure that you have at least 95% of orders with valid tracking information. More on that soon. And on other things like how fast it takes you to reply to your buyers. And here they're looking for a target of at least 80%. Okay, so no less than that. You want to have a 24-hour response rate greater than or equal to 80%, which is the target, and seller-related negative review rate. So this means that we don't want to ship out products that are in super bad quality, and then the buyers are going to give us 1-star reviews. This is what's going to affect that. Last but not least, you've got critical violations. Okay, so risk critical violations, I don't have any. And this is kind of an extreme case. You really shouldn't be doing that. You really shouldn't be getting that unless you're really not watching out for your store. You're not, reviewing it. This is where you're going to see all of your violation records. I know this seems a little bit scary, like TikTok is some kind of this is the TikTok police out to get you. But as long as you know how to take care of your customers, you're working with good suppliers, you're selling good products, you don't really need to worry about any of this. but you do need to take a look at this at least once per week and see where you stand, especially once you start getting sales. So under shop health, we've also got TikTok account health. And this is the TikTok account that you connect to this TikTok shop. Because I didn't connect any because this is the demo store, then I don't have any information here, but this will show you the account health of that TikTok account. So let's say you're uploading videos which you shouldn't be doing, that is going to affect that TikTok account health over here. And last but not least, you've got the shop performance score. So this is where you want to have a 5.0 score. You can see that this demo store obviously is not rated, but if you're able to make it to 5.0, then TikTok is going to give you a lot of extra goodies, like more free traffic to your store. And you can kind of see that here, like what happens. So let's say my shop score, and my shop score is going to be just a collection of everything that we've seen up until now under analytics and account health. If let's say we got a score of 2.5, then we have the option to do these things like we see here, like affiliate marketing, work with creators, run TikTok campaigns, boost traffic by 10%, and see the ads performance. And if you make it to 3.5, then you can see a few more things that were added, like shorter settlement and incubation hub. And if we make it to 4.0, then we got a 20% traffic boost, which I think is great, and a score display and a few more other things. And 4.5, they're also going to give you this star shop right here and 30% traffic boost. These are the two biggest things that you want to be looking out for, because if you have a star shop, if you got that badge on your store, customers are much more likely to purchase from you rather than your competitor who doesn't have one, and a 30% store traffic boost. This is for free, and this is simply a bonus that you're going to get for being a good seller. And that's why I always recommend taking care of your customers, making sure that your products are of high quality. You can see right here, improve these metrics to elevate your score. Even TikTok is saying it. You don't even need to take my word for it. So sell good products, fulfill your orders on time, and provide trackable tracking information, and provide really good customer service. I always stress this out in my videos, my guides, my tutorials, my courses. If you take care of these things and work really, really hard when it comes to product research, everything else is going to fall into place. And really, last but not least, we've got finances. So I'm going to go over this relatively quickly. I want to start on product research. So I'm only going to give you, of course, what you need to know, which is more than enough. So you've got the finances summary. This is how much TikTok has paid you, how much they're processing at the moment, and how much is on hold. So in other words, paid is, okay, when a customer purchases from your store, they're not paying you directly, the seller. TikTok is going to get the funds, and in the beginning, they're going to hold a bigger portion of the funds until they get to know you, the seller. They see that you're shipping out your product, you're providing tracking information on time, and that you're not just running away with the customer's funds and not shipping out anything. So in the beginning, they're going to hold a little bit more of the funds, and in time, they're going to release those funds. As soon as you provide tracking information, valid tracking that they support, then these funds are going to move from on hold to processing to paid relatively quickly, okay, within a couple of days. But if you don't ship out your orders on time, or you don't supply valid tracking information that TikTok can actually track the events, then you're going to have on hold for a longer while, okay? It could be 4 weeks and even more. And once you become an established seller, you won't have anything on hold. It'll go directly to processing and then paid. So processing means that they are currently processing these funds that customers, bought from your store, and this usually takes 1 to 3 business days, and then it moves to paid. So the funds automatically get sent to your bank account that you have on file, that you registered with to receive your payments. So this is the main finances summary. Okay, here you can see the bank account that you have linked. So you can see that I linked a US bank account here. And here you have a nice little diagram that shows you how the whole process works. So in the beginning, it's on hold. And in the beginning, even after an order is delivered, it's on hold, usually for around 8 days, and then it will move to processing and paid. And this is a new seller. You're going to get to standard relatively quickly, and then accelerated, and then express, which means you are going to get your payouts within 1 day. This is the optimal range, which is after you become an established seller. So it's going to be on hold for practically 0 to 1 days. Then it's going to move over to processing and paid. All of that within just a couple to a few days. And this, again, is the optimal situation that you want to be in. Okay, this is what it's going to look like. If you have a lot of penalties, okay, again, we're going over everything. So you don't need to worry about these things and like, oh my God, what do I have to look out for? Because I'm going over everything here. But I really want to stress the importance of not getting to this situation where your account is restricted. You've got a lot of penalties. You cannot get an accelerated settlement. You're not eligible for a star badge on your account. You have a high violation score. And at the end, you don't want to get to the point where so much funds are on hold like you have here. Okay, so in order to avoid all of that, We are going to follow all the steps that I'm going through in this video. We're going to ship out quickly, and we're going to take every measure to make sure that our shop health is in top-notch form all of the time. Below this section, we also have a small explanation of how the fees work on TikTok Shop. Okay, basically, we're going to take the average of the 6% referral fee rate. So let's say we sell a product for $100, then 6% of that is going to go to TikTok Shop. So if the product costs us, let's say $40 and we sell it for $100, then instead of making $60 profit, which is the delta between them, we're going to make $60 minus the 6% that they're going to take from the 100. So we're actually going to make $54 in profit. I'm going to do the whole simulation with you guys, so you'll see exactly how it works. But you have a pretty quick explanation here. I have a more thorough explanation when we get to it after we do our product research. But the last thing that I want you to learn from here is this taxes section over here. So a lot of people are trying to understand how taxes work when it comes to TikTok Shop. And because in this case, we are selling on TikTok Shop US, so this means that we are collecting funds from US customers and we're shipping out these products to the United States. So the only thing that you need to worry about here is once you actually start making actual good money, and that means having over $20,000 in sales in a calendar year and / or over 200 transactions. So once at least one of these instances occur, then starting next year, TikTok is going to send you a 1099K form, which you're going to have to fill out, and you're going to have to pay the US government taxes from your actual profits. Okay, so this is where you're going to need an accountant, and you're going to have to create a business in the area where you live, and you're going to have to fill in this form, and your accountant is going to help you with that. Now, if and when you reach the point where you're actually making $20,000 revenue per year and or have 200 transactions per year, so you're not a millionaire yet, but you are so in the right direction. Don't get startled when it comes to, okay, I now have to have an accountant. I need to start paying taxes. Now I'm not going to make any money. Put all of those worries aside because you are ready to scale and really make it to the big numbers. Okay, so keep in mind, as a US seller, TikTok is not going to collect taxes on your behalf. Okay, that's different from other marketplaces like eBay, where it does take the taxes on your behalf and you don't really have to worry about that. eBay would take the sales price, add tax to it, charge the buyer, and pay you out for whatever they owe you minus the taxes. eBay keeps the taxes and pays it to the US government at the end of the year. TikTok does not do that, just like Shopify doesn't do it and other selling channels as well. But again, we're focused on TikTok, just giving you some extra examples of what else is happening in other selling channels. But in any case, TikTok is not going to collect taxes on your behalf. So if you make it to this threshold, you're going to have to fill in that 1099K and make sure that you are working with a local accountant that will be able to explain these things in a much more better and legal way for you to understand how all of this stuff works. Don't let this scare you off. This is the place where a lot of people are just like, all of this tax stuff, it's not really for me and I don't want to get into it and I don't want to start paying for my profits. But remember that at the end of the day, you're making profits and it's online profits and it's an extra income. And there's a lot of benefits to this, especially when you really start to scale. This is where things get really, really fun and really profitable to the point where you're going to have to decide, okay, am I going to continue this as a side hustle, as a bonus on top of my regular job? Or should I let this start taking the place of my regular job? Because anyway, I'm making as much or more than what I'm making from my normal day job. And this is the same dilemma that I had to go through and that many, many other dropshippers that have been able to succeed with their businesses, which is exactly where I'm trying to get you to that point. Okay, so we finally finished all of the logistics, all of the boring stuff, but super necessary to be able to take the next steps and actually succeed in what we are doing. So now we are going to start with product research. This is what's going to make or break our stores. So whether our products are going to start selling or are they not going to sell, it all comes down to your product research, not your storefront, not your videos, which you may or may not make, which of course is important if you do make them, but you need to start by selling the right products, okay? It's not your store logo, it's not your name, and it's not how nice or beautiful you look. It all starts and comes down to product research. So let's get this part down right. Let's understand what we can and what we cannot sell. Let's see where we can find the best trending and winning products to sell on our stores, how we can differentiate ourselves from every other seller out there so that at the end of the day, we're actually selling products that people are looking to buy and further increasing the chance of getting more and more sales in a shorter amount of time and really being able to get this ball rolling as fast as possible. So product research is what it all comes down to. So I want you to be really focused from here on out so that you can really learn how to do it the right way. All right, so let's jump into it. What can we sell on TikTok Shop? What will sell and what can we not sell? So all of the information is right here. Again, guys, access to this cheat sheet. Comment hashtag TikTok Shop. Let me know what you learned from this video. What is your top takeaway? And I will personally send you a copy of everything that you're seeing and everything that you're about to see. But of course, stay tuned. Stay here in the video. Don't leave just because you're getting the cheat sheet, because I always throw in extra value, extra tutorials, extra visualizations inside these videos. So now we are at this section right here, TikTok Shop restricted products policy. So before we do our product research, before we start adding products to TikTok Shop, I want you to get to know what you actually cannot sell on TikTok. So here I'm going to start the other way around. First, learn what you cannot sell so that when you're doing your product research, you will not be spending time doing market research and doing product research around categories and products that you cannot sell anyway. And don't get startled by the long list of what we're about to go through of products that you cannot sell. I will also try to summarize it as much as I can because you do have everything here, but I will wrap it, I will summarize it so you will have a good example of what you cannot sell so that you can quickly jump into what you can sell. So let's go ahead and get started. So there's a few product categories. Some are called restricted products and others will require a product certification and things like that. So we're going to avoid all of those products that will just, cause us trouble, not allow us to sell on TikTok Shop. And here is one example of it. I showed you the example of that product, that EMS stomach abs muscle device. So that's this one right here. I uploaded this one on purpose to show you the example message that you will get. And you can see that all of my products here are live, right? So this one is live, and only this product here is suspended. So this is because this is a product that we cannot sell for one of a few reasons. And I'm going to go over them soon, but we can sell things like electronics, things that have things that require batteries, and products such as this one. So here, if I click on edit, we can see the reason why it was rejected. And you will see that that reason is also shown here in the cheat sheet, but let's see a perfect live example. This product is currently prohibited on TikTok Shop. It breaches our TikTok Shop prohibited product guidelines for medicines, medical devices, and medicinal supplements. That's also a part of the categories that I will go over soon. But here you can see exactly why it was not approved. But in any case, I'm going to be adding my products through AutoDS. And if for any reason it won't get approved, I'll see it here, especially in the drafts page. This is the products page of everything that's live, but you'll see it here in the drafts page, and I'll show you an example of what it looks like. So you'll get like a little red exclamation next to it with the reason why you can't upload it. So it'll give you the heads up before you even import it to your TikTok Shop, which will make it better because you won't get a whole bunch of violations like this, and it won't cause your seller account health to decrease accordingly. Okay, so TikTok Shop restricted products policy. I also left a link that will take you directly to an explanation of that. But basically, these are products that require pre-approval from TikTok Shop. I also added a screenshot right here, which you can see. Some of these categories that you'll see under niches that we cannot sell, you'll also see it in niches that we can sell, but just different subcategories inside that main category. So don't worry if it sounds all messy. I organized everything for you right here. So this one, for example, has a red exclamation upload error, and that this one, for example, requires further requirements. It requires you to upload a certificate. In most cases, you won't have a certificate because you're not working with these suppliers with certificates, and so you won't actually be able to upload a certificate here. But if you do have a relationship with a supplier, you do have certificates from them, there is a field where you will be able to upload that certificate. So this is one type of product error that you may get when trying to add products to TikTok Shop. Under their restricted products policy, you need to have a certain certification, a test report, and certain product or package images. So you can click on the link to get more examples of that. But I did add a whole list, all of the categories that fall under the restricted products category. So you can see right here under beauty and personal health products, you can sell skincare, lotions, deodorants, and drugs and medicinal claims, which is what we are seeing right here on this product. Okay, so these are products that we cannot sell, okay, like sunscreens, anti-dandruff shampoo, and a few more examples that I threw in there. So basically, this doesn't mean that we cannot sell beauty and personal care products, just no liquids, no lotions, no medicines, and things like that. So when I get to the category of products that you can sell, you will see the rest of the categories and the subcategories that you can sell. And you'll see like you get tens of millions of products that you can easily sell on TikTok Shop, but just learn what you cannot sell first. No car fragrances. And you can see that each of these have links to the actual explanation on TikTok Shop to their help page, but I want to keep it super summarized so that you'll only get the information that you actually need to know. So no car fragrances, no consumer medical devices that have to do with eyewear, menstrual pads, liners, protectors, oral care, things that are considered class 1 and class 2 as well, like laser IPL hair removal devices, menstrual cups, and tampons. Now, electrical and electronic products, pretty much they're all off the list. So no commercial appliances, beauty and personal care appliances, electronic accessories, hand and portable power tools, and household appliances. And anyways, you're not going to be selling like cell phones and iPhones and Galaxies and things like that because those are branded products, which anyway you have to stay away from. Knives and survival kits with knives, stay away from that. Packaged food and beverages, no food, no drinks, no pet food. Products with CO2 cylinders, protective hearing devices, surprise-based products where you're kind of selling them a box with, I'm not telling you what's inside, just, I don't know, pay me $15 and, see what's inside. So all of these are under the restricted product categories, which you can sell, but you need a certification for them. And as a dropshipper, you most likely won't have one. So those are the restricted product categories. Next, you've got invite-only products. So you can only sell these if you get a special invitation from TikTok to sell them. I'm not even going to go over it. It's just a few categories and you're going to stay away from those as well. And brand approval. So this is only if you are a brand owner and it's not related to dropshippers. If you are a brand owner, you have to have copies of authentic trademark certifications and a trademark registration verification that you're getting from, wherever you live or wherever you register that brand. And for distributors of branded products, which is related to dropshippers because we are distributing branded products. But when I say branded, I don't mean big companies that we all have heard of that are big companies like, again, no Apple and Samsung and Sony and pretty much every brand you've heard of. You cannot resell their products, okay? They've got lawyers scanning their products all the time, scanning the internet and seeing who's trying to resell products that they cannot resell because it's under those big brands. Now, besides that, you have millions and millions of other no-name brands, which are still considered brands, but they're not registered trademarks. They don't have lawyers, trying to see who's listing their products for resale because they're actually looking for dropshippers to work with and people who will buy their inventory and sell it on retail markets. And again, I'm going to show you that when we get to the supplier section soon, but basically we are distributors of branded products. So in order to sell brands, like brands that are big brands that we still want to resell them, we will need to get trademark certifications from them, registered trademark licensing agreements, authorization from the brand owners, and purchase proof to demonstrate the authenticity of the product. So you're most likely going to be staying away from this. But if you still want to sell a product from a brand that's known, you will have to reach out to them and see what you need to do in order to qualify and ask them for these prerequisites so that you can also sell it on TikTok Shop. In most cases, you will not be selling those products, and that's not what I'm going to teach you to do. But just so that you know, it's not completely impossible. You can also sell these restricted products, but you will need those certifications, which I recommend just go for the easy products that we have to sell. And I'm going to show you that soon as well. It's not that the things are impossible. They're just a little bit more challenging to sell these types of products. Next, we've got category qualification requirements. These are products that require category qualification, and you can only get that by applying through the qualification center. So I've got a link to it here. If that's something that you're interested in, you can go ahead and apply for that certification. I'm personally not doing it, but you have the option to do that as well. And restricted product categories that require qualification are children's products, fine jewelry, watches, and accessories like gold, diamond, ruby, sapphire, and emerald. You can sell the rest, but you cannot sell these material under this category, and you can sell absolutely zero children's products, no toys and things like that, unless you get a category qualification requirement by passing through TikTok's qualification center. Next, you've got prohibited products. So these you want to avoid selling them at all costs. All of the products and categories that I talked about up until now, you can sell them if you do this and that, if you get the certification or the qualification, but these are products that you cannot sell no matter what. So stay away from these. I'm not going to go over the whole list. I just want you to notice the patterns, okay? Because I want to quickly jump into what we can sell and start to actually get to work, do our product research, start importing products, and make our sales. So no adult products, alcohol, tobacco, e-cigarettes, no animal-related products, no baby and maternity products. You've got these sub-niches over here like vitamins and supplements for babies, breast pumps, things like that. certain beauty and personal care products, like those that claim to have medical applications, or, before you were this fat, after you're going to be this skinny. Stay away from all of those types of things. Nothing that's FDA prohibited, of course, as well. Body and mental wellness products, discriminatory and offensive products, drugs and drug paraphernalia. I mean, guys, this should go without saying, but I still added them here anyway, of course, with links to more information on TikTok's help and support center. But basically, stay away from all of these. No firearms, ammunition, gambling, hazardous and dangerous items. Obviously, no human body parts, guys. Again, this is the goes without saying. So I'm just gonna skip over to the dangerous goods. So no dangerous goods like hats and vets that come with rechargeable batteries, hat stiffener, and stain removers. Under automotive, I already said do not sell car fragrances, but besides that, no engines, tire care products, interior paint care, oils, fluids, lead acid batteries, and spillable and non-spillable batteries. Under the baby niche, no baby grooming and skincare products, no antibacterial material. So basically no lotions and things like that we pretty much went through when we saw the beauty and health products that we cannot resell. So it's kind of repeating itself just under different subcategories. No deodorants, hairspray, hair colors, hair dyes, perfumes. So it's all of these material, right, guys? We cannot sell them on TikTok Shop. Essential oils, self-tanning lotions, you pretty much get the idea. Shaving creams, nail polish, anything that has, liquids, materials, things that we put on our skin or anywhere else. No insect repellents, none of these types of dangerous material. Okay, next we've got books. So no songbooks, magazines with beauty product samples, and ebook devices and e-readers. I don't see a lot of people dropshipping these, but I'm going to throw it in here anyway, if by any chance you had an idea of selling these products. And under consumer electronics, no power banks, no cell phones, no chargers and batteries, anything that has to do with batteries, no darkroom supplies, and no speakers. We're pretty much going to stay away from consumer electronics. There are some that we can resell, but I would stay away from this one on TikTok Shop. No food and beverages. Under health and household, no cleansers and cleaners, dishwashing liquids and powders, laundry so you see it's kind of repetitive. No liquids, no powder material, none of that kind of stuff. Under home improvement, no grills and no pests and insect control. When it comes to office products, no cartridges and toners, equipment cleansers, tapes, adhesives, glues, markers, highlighters, pens, and refills. Pet products, no glass cleaners for the aquarium, water treatment and test kits as well. When it comes to shoes, so you can resell shoes, just again, no big brands, no Nike, Adidas, Reebok, and so forth. But do not sell light up shoes, okay, because those have obviously lead in them. Sole and shoe stain removers, that's that kind of dangerous material. And shoe polish, again, it's the material. Sports and outdoors, so no camping stoves, no hand warmers, bike tools and equipment, and no spillable and non-spillable batteries. Under toys, we're not going to sell any toys that are battery operated, arts and crafts, building kits, chemistry sets, painting and repair kits, kits with sprays, and toy pop crackers. This does put a lot of toys out of our reach, and it is a children's product, which we will need qualifications for the most part. So I would stay away from kids products, kids toys. Stay away from that when selling on TikTok Shop. And video games, I would just completely stay away from it. But if you want to get the subcategories, it's no controllers, no wireless and Bluetooth headsets, and no game pads. You can sell, really cheap accessories for video games like cartridge holders or CD holders, or a holder for your controller, or stickers for the console or for the controller and things like that, but nothing that has to do with electronics and everything else that we pretty much went over. So I did skim through it. I think that you noticed the patterns on what you cannot sell, and now we can easily jump into products and categories that we're allowed to sell on TikTok Shop, and this will give you the idea of everything that you can sell. And then I'm going to jump into the product research itself. I'm going to find some great products to sell. I'm going to do it live, so we're going to do it together, and I'm going to import them to my TikTok Shop. I'm going to show you how to work around pricing, marketing, and everything else so that we can ensure that those sales are going to come in as soon as possible. So what product categories are allowed for dropshipping on TikTok Shop? And you'll notice that this list is much bigger than the products that we cannot sell. And not only are these products allowed for dropshipping on TikTok Shop, they're also really good for the dropshipping business model. So I'm going to go over this list really quick. Get this cheat sheet once again, hashtag TikTok Shop, so that you can go over it easily. And when you're doing your product research, you can simply search for the product or the category that you want to sell, and you can see if it's listed under products that we can sell or products that we cannot sell, to make your product research so much easier, so much faster, and so much more efficient. So these are the products that you can sell that don't require any certifications, any qualifications for selling on TikTok Shop. So the first category is home supplies. So home organizers, you can sell a whole bunch of them, storage boxes and bins. I'm not going to go through each and every one since you have the whole list here, but these are all very good dropshipping categories, dropshippable products. And so every time when you're doing your product research and you're looking and you found the product that you actually want to try to sell here, you can just refer to this cheat sheet over here and see that the category is under the products that you can sell. Anyway, in time, it will become easier for you to memorize these product categories and know what you can sell. So home organizers, bathroom supplies with all of the sub niches that go with that, home decor, there's a whole bunch of subcategories here as well, like statues, figurines, stickers, hooks, shelves, decorative flowers, vases, hanging decor, candles, candle holders, and so much more. Home care supplies, whole bunch of subcategories here as well. There's a whole much more subcategories that you can sell compared to those that you can't. So of course, if it doesn't have any batteries, liquids, any of those dangerous material, you'll pretty much know that you're in the safe spot. But it's still important to go over this at least one time, get to know these categories and the subcategories that you can sell so that you won't end up with products like this that where you already did all the work and you already optimized it with AI and you uploaded all the images, whether you did it with automation or not. It's going to be a huge waste of time uploading and optimizing products, which at the end you will not be able to sell. So you got all of these subcategories as well under home care supplies. Next, you've got laundry tools and accessories, festive and party supplies, great for the dropshipping business model, and some miscellaneous products, some miscellaneous niches like rain clothes, umbrellas, raincoats and covers, kitchenware, whole bunch of products that you can dropship. Under tea and coffeeware, you got a whole bunch of things like coffee pots, coffee sets, coffee making tools, teapots, tea sets, and all of that. Kitchen knives. Now you do have to kind of be careful with knives because you can't sell other types of knives, but these are the ones that you can sell. So kitchen knives, chopping boards, knife sharpeners, knife blocks in storage, kitchen scissors, and knife block sets. So these are relatively very safe products, maybe except for the kitchen knives. Now, although TikTok does kind of support it, I would probably consider staying away from it because it is a knife and we don't want to look for any trouble, even though we do see it under the categories that TikTok does allow without any qualifications or certifications. This could still trigger something on TikTok when you upload a knife. They could think it's a different kind of knife, then you're going to get the listing taken down and all of that. And in my experience, these are not huge sellers. I mean, they do sell a lot, no doubt, but it's not worth the risk in my opinion. But the rest are no problem whatsoever. Chopping boards, knife sharpeners, and all of that. Next, you've got barbecue utensils, so no problem selling that. Bar and wine utensils, bakeware, like baking utensils, baking sets, oven mitts, baking trays, decorative tools. Under cookware, you also have a lot of products, pots, cookware sets, pans, woks, steamers, disposable cookware, cookware accessories. No problem to sell any one of those. Cutlery and tableware as well. So placemats, lunch boxes, chopsticks, plates, bowls, forks, tableware sets, all of that is completely fine. And under drinkware, you also have some subcategories as well. Vacuum flasks, glasses, mugs, drinkware accessories, water bottles, cups and saucers. You can go down the list. You don't need me to list each and every one, but I want to give you the basic idea so that it'll start to get into your subconscious the products that you can sell, making your product research so much easier and seamless. Kitchen utensils and gadgets, so a whole bunch of subcategories here. Main ones being good for dropshipping like cooking utensils, kitchen timers, meat and poultry utensils, kitchen thermometers. Those subcategories in my 8 years of dropshipping work really well for dropshippers. Textiles and soft furnishing. So under bedding, you have a whole bunch. Once again, blankets and throws, sheets, pillowcases, and whatnot. Under household textiles, you also have a few. Like sofa covers are really good for dropshippers. Carpets, mags, rugs, tablecloths and runners, chair covers. All of these subcategories are great for the dropshipping business model. Under fabrics and sewing supplies, you also have your arts and crafts kits, so sewing craft kits. So while you cannot sell arts and crafts, that was in the no-no list, you do have sewing craft kits, sewing tool kits, textiles and fabrics. All of these are products that you can sell, sub niches inside the main niche that you can sell. So it's not like the whole arts and crafts is out of the question, just like how beauty and health is not really completely out of the question, just the subcategories that are problematic under that main niche. So we're going to get to that also. So under women's tops, you've got blouses, jackets, pretty much all types of women's tops. And in general, clothing is not a problem whatsoever. So we've got women's tops, women's bottoms, women's dresses, special clothing, suits and overalls, and underwear, sleepwear, and loungewear. Same thing for men. So men's tops, men's bottoms, special clothing. I'm just going to skim down the list because you get the idea. Under shoes, again, no problem whatsoever as long as it doesn't have those battery LED LED lights. and things like that. So nothing that has no shoes that have batteries, powders, things like that. So men's and women's shoes, you got these types, shoe accessories as well. Then you've got beauty and personal care. So I just mentioned about a minute ago that of course there's a bunch of products that we cannot sell here. And I told you to wait until you see what you can sell. So check this out. You can sell hand, foot, and nail care products like nail art, manicure and pedicure tools, and nail art kits, bath and body tools, so manual massage tools. And an emphasis on the word manual, okay? No battery operated massage tools, of course. Men's care, so razors, shaving tool sets, and accessories. Personal care appliances. Eye and eye care, you only have sleep masks under that, which you can sell. And special personal care like heat patches, ice packs, and bed pads. Under phones and electronics, so we know that we cannot sell the phones, but we can sell things that go along with them like cases, screen protectors, and stickers. Great for the dropshipping business model. Phone straps and charms, mobile phone parts, just no electronic parts, selfie accessories, mobile lenses and flashes, SIM cards, accessories, phone holders, and mounts. With the last one also being really good for dropshippers. And you've got tablet and computer accessories. Notice that we're only talking about accessories to tablets and computers. You cannot sell the actual tablets and computers. So you've got covers and cases, parts, screen protectors, stands, bases, bags, and sleeves, all that are doing wonders for dropshippers. So you can cash in on that as well on TikTok Shop without any issue. Computers and office equipment. So under desktop and laptop components, you can sell PC cases. And yeah, so let me show you my PC case, for example. You can sell the PC case, but you cannot sell the electronic products that we have inside. Like you can't sell the RAM, like you cannot sell the processor, right? So you can't sell the CPU, the RAM sticks, and all of these fans and all the extra lights. You cannot sell the PSU unit or the GPU unit or the motherboard and anything that has electricity flowing through it. But the case itself is completely fine, whether it's made of plastic, tempered glass, whatever, you can sell the case. Next, under computer accessories, we've got laptops, covers, and cases, laptop stands and trays, and mouse pads. So you kind of notice the patterns on things that you can sell. That's kind of repetitive throughout the different categories and niches. Under office, stationery, and supplies, you can sell notebooks, paper, envelopes, gifts, wrapping, things like that. You've got the whole list over here. And under pet supplies, you cannot sell pets, obviously, and you cannot sell pet food, pet beverages. We already went over that. But what can we sell? And notice the patterns again that are repeating themselves. So beds, sofas, and mats, pet houses, cages and crates, scratching pads and posts, cat hammocks, cat and dog flaps, stairs and ramps, and playpens. And then we've got the clothing, so dog and cat clothing. Notice how none of these products have electronics and have batteries and anything like that. So dog and cat clothing, dog and cat litter, dog and cat grooming. And I would totally be careful with shampoos and conditioners. I don't know why when I try to list this product, and this is how I came up with the list, by the way, guys, I just went to every category that's available on TikTok Shop and I simply tried to list a product and waited to see if I'm getting an error or if it is actually allowing me to do so. And after putting this whole list together, I noticed the patterns that I'm talking about now. So you won't have any problems with these products, but I would leave this as a question mark because shampoos and conditioners, I know that TikTok doesn't like that. So I don't know why they do allow it under dog and cat grooming. Maybe at some time in the future, they won't allow it. So I would be careful from that one, but the rest are completely fine. Bath accessories, combs, brushes, grooming wipes, claw care, ear care, oral care, eye care, hair removal products, no problem as long as it's not battery operated. Then you've got some sub niches under dog and cat healthcare, dog and cat accessories like collars, harnesses, dog toys, cat toys, feeding supplies, but not the food itself, as we talked about, and so forth. And you've got also subcategories under fish and aquatic supplies, like the aquariums and tanks themselves, water treatment, pumps, filters, things like that. Similar for reptile and amphibian supplies, bird supplies like cages and accessories, grooming supplies, toys, pretty much the same as what we saw under the dog and cat categories. Small animal supplies like houses and habitats, toys, collars, harnesses. So this is pretty much similar. Same subcategories to the ones that we saw before. So hopefully you are now starting to notice these patterns. Farm animal and poultry supplies, like grooming supplies, toys, feeding tools. Again, we're getting repetitive with the sub niches. We are starting to understand it. Baby and maternity. So we saw that we cannot sell a whole bunch of baby products, but these are the ones that we can sell. So maternity underwear, clothing and accessories, nursing clothes, maternity pillows, supporting belts, maternity seat belts and accessories. Then you've got sports and outdoors. So here you have a lot of categories that you can sell. This is not a problematic category, and it's one of my favorite ones. So sports and outdoors, all of the types of clothing that you can think of, it's all allowed. Footwear as well. Kind of the same as men's shoes, women's shoes, only here it's broken down to different sports. But at the end of the day, it's shoes that are pretty much made from the same material. And then you've got stopwatches and timers, which once again is a little bit weird because I know that TikTok Shop does not really like you selling electronics, and this is an electronic. So I would personally stay away. You can decide what is best for you. Then you've got the water bottles and the gloves and headbands and all of that. Ball sports equipment, pretty much every sport that you can think of. Water sports equipment, winter sports equipment, and fitness equipment, which is a gold mine for dropshippers. So hula hoops, ab training, only not this type of ab training, but actually the type that doesn't have rechargeable batteries and things that we already know. Gym balls, skipping ropes, pull-up bars, fitness machines, weight training. All of this is completely fine. Camping and hiking equipment. So here you've got knives and survival kits, which once again, I would probably stay away from that one, but the rest is really no issue, even though TikTok does allow it again. So camping kitchenware, hammocks, sleeping bags, beddings, binoculars, telescopes, all of that, hiking sticks, picnic mats, baskets, camping furniture. You have a lot of great ideas here, and it's all allowed to sell on TikTok Shop. Then you've got leisure, outdoor, and recreation equipment. I'm not even going to go over this. It's pretty long, and I'm making this part longer than it needs to be, but you get the whole idea. Pretty much every sport that you can think of is right here under the products that you can sell. And of course, we are talking about equipment for those sports. Swimwear, surfwear, and wetsuits, so no problem with that whatsoever. And fan shop. So if you want to make a sports store and you want to sell products that sports fans would buy, then it's no problem to sell products under these sports. Then we've got toys and hobbies. So we saw that most toys, we cannot sell them, and we'd probably want to stay away from this category. But if you really want to get inside, then these are the sub niches that you can sell under toys and hobbies. So musical instruments and accessories, those that are not electronic, of course, so keyboards, pianos, percussion instruments, guitars, string instruments, music accessories, and so forth. And you've got the do-it-yourself niche, so scrapbooking, stamping, beading, jewelry making, all of that is completely fine. You've got the whole list here, of course. Then under furniture, so you can sell a whole bunch of indoor and outdoor furniture. It's no problem whatsoever. Sofas, tables, desks, benches, stools, it's all completely fine. And I'm sure that you pretty much understand that by now. Outdoor furniture as well, so furniture sets, patio umbrellas, swings, and all of that, and commercial furniture as well. Then under tools and hardware, and again, I don't know if you guys are paying attention to this, but there's a whole bunch of more products that you can sell than those that you cannot. And again, it becomes pretty easy as you continue going down the list and learning more and more. So hand tools, no problem. Measuring tools, garden tools. I'm skipping through a little bit faster this time, but you pretty much get the idea. Tool organizers like tool bags, cases, boxes, things like that. And hardware like furniture hardware, window hardware, mechanical, door hardware, adhesives, tapes, sealers, all of that is no problem. And pumps and plumbing. Then you've got home improvement. So a whole bunch of categories here like accessories for lights and lighting, kitchen fixtures, building supplies, bathroom fixtures like shower equipment, hooks, bars, bathroom taps, fixture sets, bathtubs, and things like that. That's pretty high ticket, but you can dropship those on TikTok Shop as well. And garden supplies, great for the dropshipping business model. Once again, like garden decor, beekeeping supplies, greenhouse, seed starters, garden plants and planters, garden buildings, flower and plant seeds, and so forth. And under automotive and motorcycle, obviously we cannot sell the cars and the motorcycles, but what we can sell is the following. So car exterior and accessories, you can sell these products like sunshades, internal car decoration, car stickers, window tints, things like that. And interior accessories like mounts, holders, mats, anti-slip mats, neck pillows, interior stickers, and things like that. So interior and exterior is almost alike. And you've got car repair tool products that you can sell, car washing and maintenance, and motorcycle accessories. Now, when it comes to fashion accessories, so what you can sell here are things like hair extension and wigs, and this is another goldmine for dropshippers. If you know, you know. Dressmaking fabrics, clothes accessories like hats, belts, handkerchiefs, things like that. And under eyewear, you can sell glasses, cases, and accessories, just not the glasses themselves. Under watches and accessories, you can sell watches, costume jewelry, and accessories like earrings, anklets, rings, and so forth. I will go over jewelry. Well, okay, I see that it's right here because there are things that you cannot sell, as I showed you before, like gold and things like that when we went over the list of things that we cannot sell. So what can we sell under jewelry accessories? So platinum, necklaces and pendants, rings, bracelets and anklets, earrings, jewelry sets, and clothes accessories. If it's made from platinum, it's no problem. Then you can also sell silver, same things as we just saw. So jewelry sets, clothing accessories, decorations. If it's made of silver, it's fine. Natural crystal is also fine with these sub jewelry niches inside, and non-natural crystal, jade, semi-precious stones, artificial gemstones, pearl, amber, and last but not least, melite. So you've got the subcategories under them. It's mainly repetitive necklaces, pendants, rings, bracelets, anklets, and things like that, but it's good to know what material we can sell under jewelry and accessories when it comes to selling on TikTok Shop. Then you've got luggages and bags, so men's bags, women's bags, travel bags, functional bags, and bag accessories. Then you've got the collectibles. So this is again mainly for sports fans or card collectors and other sports collectibles as well. And that pretty much wraps up the categories, niches, and sub-niches which you can sell on TikTok Shop. I'm going to repeat myself again, but you need this list. In order to get it, all you got to do is comment right below this video, hashtag TikTok Shop. Let me know what you learned from this video. What is your top takeaway? And I will gladly send you this cheat sheet with all of the categories and all of the steps to create your TikTok shop and start selling as soon as you finish watching this video. And now it's finally time to get to it. Product research, finding winning products. So now that our TikTok shop is up and running, verified, and we took care of all of the logistics, all of the shipping templates and the warehouses, and we know exactly what we can and cannot sell, now we need to dive into what should we sell and which suppliers should we work with. Then we're going to add these products to our stores, do the minimum when it comes to marketing our products with the lowest to no budget whatsoever, and make sales and profit and slowly learn to scale this business model so that we can really enjoy the profits and change our life. So what makes a winning product? First things first, the product has to solve a unique problem that people are having or have a wow factor. It needs to be hard to find in local stores and guess the price. So of course, don't try selling Q-tips or anything that's super basic like that, because customers know that this is not supposed to cost too much, and you're not going to be making a lot of profit off of really cheap products. So you want to look for products that sell for more than 2 times the source price and over $30 just so that we can make some nice profit. And I've also attached a product research dropshipping spreadsheet. So this pretty much helps you narrow down on your winners, even though on TikTok Shop, you can list as many products as you want. You're not going to pay extra money, but this is just going to help you do a little bit more narrowing down on the products that you're selling on your store. So you're going to put down the title, the source link, whoever the supplier is, and you're going to answer a whole bunch of questions. If you answered yes to all of them on a product, then that product has a higher chance of selling than the ones that you answered no on. For example, is it hard to find in stores? Is it hard to guess the price? Is it safe to sell? Does it really solve a problem or stand out? Does it sell for over $30? And so forth. You don't have to sell for over $30. You can find products that cost like $5 with shipping and sell it for around $15. So you're still going to make a nice profit there. And it's easier to sell cheaper products than products that cost more. Like, it's easier to sell a $50 product than a $150 product. I wouldn't just sell a whole bunch of cheap products. It's good to have a nice mix of everything, a little bit more cheap products or medium ticket products, and also high ticket products, but not as much. Or 90% of your store should not be high ticket, because those sales are a little bit slower, even though the profitability is great. So you do want to have a nice balance of medium ticket items and high ticket items. So the medium, the low to medium would sell a lot more quantity wise. So that will give you some nice profit, but the high ticket ones are really going to make your day. So we always want to have a nice mix of everything. And I would mix it somewhere around 70% low to medium ticket and 30% high ticket items. So those are the basics of what makes a winning product. But now let's actually get down to it. And I want to show you the best methods to really create a shortcut when doing your product research and really find the products that are unique, that will actually sell on your store, that are trending now and weren't trending a year or 2 years ago. And this is just going to save you so much time from manual labor. So my number one recommendation here is to use the AutoDS marketplace with private suppliers. So what this is a marketplace under AutoDS, and I know that I've mentioned AutoDS a couple times in this video. Now is the time to sign up if you haven't done so yet. You've got a 14-day trial for just $1, and this is the only time I'm asking you to spend money, because this whole course is free and registering an account on TikTok Shop is free. But once you invest that $1 on AutoDS and try it for 14 days and benefit from all of the automation that you're going to get from here, not just product research, not just importing products, but all of the AI tools and the order automation and the price and stock monitoring and the price optimization and the huge marketplace with handpicked products, ad spy, trending products, and so much more, which I'm also going to show you in this video, you're going to see why this is going to be the best $1 investment that you're going to make to take care of your future and your life. I'm a firm believer of automation. I've been using it since day one, or actually day 3. My first couple of days, I did everything manually. Then I learned about the benefits of automation, but this is where things really took off for me, and it will really take off for you as well. The future is automation. This is way before its time, and it's totally not too late to dive in right now. So get your 14-day trial for just $1, and after doing some manual work, you'll easily notice a difference and how much time this is going to save you, so that you can really focus your efforts on growing your business and not getting stuck on tedious tasks. So let's check out the AutoDS marketplace and see how it can help us with product research. I'm also going to go over some manual product research methods after I go over this. But of course, I'm going to start with my favorite methods, because this is a huge time saver. And it's not only going to help us with our product research, it's also going to help us connect with all of our suppliers and source our products with faster suppliers, better shipping, faster shipping, lower prices, and all high quality, and even work with private suppliers. So I'm getting way too ahead of myself. Let's see what the marketplace has to offer. So the AutoDS marketplace is split to a few different features. First, we've got the marketplace, then we've got handpicked products, the ad spy, and trending products. So what's the difference between all of that? So the marketplace has a whole bunch of trending products. As we can see right here, I can just kind of scroll through it. And this marketplace is being updated all the time with new products, and of course, new winning and trending products. And so what's so special about the marketplace, besides the things that we can see here, like the filters, and we can see, for example, I only want to see products that can ship to the United States because I'm selling to the US audience. So that's the only audience that I'm interested in selling to. So I only want to see products that can ship to the United States. And my currency is USD. This is the currency that I would like to see. But I also want to see products that ship from the United States, because once again, I did choose a US warehouse on TikTok Shop. And if you remember my explanations, you do need to ship from the same place that you're saying that you're going to ship from. It may not be the same exact address and zip code, but it needs to be the same country. So I can't say, hey guys, okay, TikTok Shop, I'm going to ship from the US, so my warehouse is going to be a US warehouse. But when I actually ship my products, they can see that it's coming from China, from AliExpress or whatever, and that is going to jeopardize my seller account. And we also want to be able to deliver quickly to our buyers. So we can only do that if we ship from and to the same country, so we can get fast domestic shipping. So again, my filters are ships to the US, ships from the US. I'm not going to touch the price range, but you can do that as well. And you can also choose which supplier. So we didn't go over suppliers yet, and I will soon, I promise. But I just want you to understand the differences between the suppliers that you see here. One, you have AutoDS suppliers, which is a lot of private suppliers that AutoDS works with that, of course, passed a vetting process. And these are high quality suppliers selling really good products, and they can't wait to work with dropshippers such as yourselves. So if you choose AutoDS suppliers, then you're only going to see products that are coming from those private suppliers. Then you've got a whole bunch of retail suppliers, right? Like Amazon, AliExpress, DHgate, Kmart, Wish, Redbubble, Alibaba, Walmart, Home Depot, all of these big brands that you've probably heard of before. So you can use any one of these. There's about 30 of them, if not more, that you can also source their products from and automate the whole process with AutoDS. So for example, I can choose Amazon, and then I could be like, okay, I've got all of these products that I can find on Amazon, but it's already integrated inside the AutoDS system. So like, let's say, for example, I want to sell, let's say this wearable blanket hoodie over here. I can see that the shipping time is just 2 business days. So that ships really quickly, of course, because I'm doing from into the US. And I can just add it to my store by clicking on import draft over here. I can also click on the product to get more details inside. So more images, I can see the customer review. So I can see that a lot of people like this product. It costs $19.99. I've got the variations right here. In this case, there's only one size and one color. I can see that it ships from the US and there is no shipping price, and the order gets shipped within 2 business days. Then we've got the product description right here. So if we import this product to our stores, then all of this information, the title, the images, the description, everything will get imported to my AutoDS store. In other words, my TikTok shop that's connected to my AutoDS store. And that is, of course, only after you register to AutoDS and only after you connected your TikTok shop to AutoDS. So if you haven't done that, when you register for AutoDS and you choose TikTok shop as your plan, the connection process will be very straightforward and seamless. But if you already have the AutoDS system, then you can just click right up here. Make sure that you have the TikTok plan enabled in the plans and subscriptions under the settings. Then you're going to click here on Add Store. My store was already added, but I did record the process just so that you will be able to see it. So you're going to click up here, Add Store. You're going to select TikTok shop, click on continue. Then you're going to choose your region, which in this case is the United States. You can choose other regions as well, but I do want you to have the full automation with order automation as well. And it's going to be much easier with the US. Then here we are going to choose North America seller and United States, and we're going to click on next. Now, in my case, I'm going to go with reauthorize only, but in your case, you're going to have a new store connection. It's pretty much the same. So you're just going to click here on confirm and install, wait for the timer here to go down, and we're going to click on I acknowledge that you authorize it, and you authorize it. And that is pretty much all there is to it. So very straightforward, very seamless. And now you're connected to automation. And there's going to be so much that comes with this. So this will revert you back to the AutoDS platform. Once ahead, just go ahead and connect it, and it's already done. So here, if I scroll down all the way, I can see that my TikTok shop was just added. So my store is connected, and now I want to add this product to my store. So let's say I like it. But remember that everything is going to pass on to my store as is. So I'm going to get the same title that this supplier is using, this seller. I'm going to get the same description as well. So I'm also going to show you how we can use AI to optimize our titles, optimize our descriptions, and do all of that under the same package, all through AutoDS. Okay, so we've got the product info, specifications, policy, like can we return this product? You can see right here that we can return it within 30 days, and you can read the product reviews as well. So once we're ready, we're just going to click on import draft right here. And right now it's being added to my drafts. This is just one way to import products to your store. Okay, but we're still not done doing our product research. So I don't want to do the imports yet. This is now going to go to my drafts page. We'll see it there later, and I'll also show you other import methods as well. But let's go back to the marketplace and learn more about product research. So I talked about having the retail suppliers here. You can also choose AutoDS suppliers, and this is the private suppliers that I mentioned that you can work with, and it's going to be easier to work with them as well because they are looking to work with dropshippers, whereas retailers, they don't really need that. Like Amazon doesn't really need you to dropship their products on other marketplaces because they do pretty much well without you, and they're a retailer, so they don't really appreciate that. So if you do dropship from retailers like Amazon, Walmart, retailers like that, at some point, your buyer account will get locked for using their platform for dropshipping. But the way to fix that would be through the Fulfilled by AutoDS option, which fulfills your orders for you using AutoDS's buyer accounts and not yours. So I'm going to get to that stuff soon because I'm mixing a whole bunch of stuff together. So let's keep it on product research for now. So under supplier, I chose AutoDS suppliers. I'm still on the marketplace, by the way. And I just went under one category like home improvement and tools. And so here I can see a whole bunch of products. Now, let's see if you already know what I can and what I cannot sell. So can I sell this USB portable hanging neck fan cooling air cooler? The answer is no, because this is a rechargeable product. So it has a rechargeable battery. I cannot sell it. It's an electronic, but I can sell, for example, this shower head over here. So I can see that this supplier, their name is The Perfect Part Inc. And if I click on it, I'm only going to see products that they are selling, but I would like to see other sellers as well. So here I'm going to continue scrolling down, and we're going to see more products from more private suppliers. So let's scroll up and choose another category. Let's go with sports and fitness. So we want to find products that tick in all of the boxes that we talked about. So here, for example, we got a nice professional dart set. So again, I got the same filters. So ships from and to the US under sports and fitness, under AutoDS's private suppliers. And let's see this one, for example. So this one ships within 4 days. And here we have all of the product information. Overall, this looks pretty cool. I wouldn't call this a problem solver, but it does kind of have a wow effect because I like the back tips of these darts and the way that they're designed. And it's not that expensive. It comes with 15 pieces and it's going to cost us less than $1 average per piece. So let's import this draft as well. And you can also send messages to your suppliers, to the private suppliers, by clicking on this button right here. But again, we're going to get to suppliers soon. So let's get back to it. Ships from into the US. And you can also search for a specific product. Like right now, it's showing me game room and backyard. But I can search for something specific. Like for example, let's go back to all categories. And now let's search for, let's say something for pets. Let's say I really like the pets niche. And well, we do have a pets category right here. So let's think about something specific, like a dog bed. Okay, so I would write that. And here I can see all of the dog beds that I can sell and source quickly from the AutoDS Marketplace's private suppliers. Okay, so here, for example, let's say I like this calming dog bed over here. Okay, you can also shuffle through the images right here. So this one would pretty much be a problem solver. My dog doesn't have a bed or he doesn't like it. He's not comfortable with it, but it does ship within 13 business days, which I don't really like. This one is a little bit better, 3 to 9 business days, but I want to look for something unique, something that I haven't really seen before. And the more time you do drop shipping, the more it's easy to notice these unique products, the ones that are not repetitive, that really do stand out. So this one looks pretty comfortable and I like how it's made, and it looks like it's made from cotton, which is even more comfortable. Let's click inside and see. Yeah, I want to see if this bed is a little bit different than the ones that I'm used to. So this is a medium ticket product. It costs $47.99, so it means that we're going to sell it for around $99.99. So it's not going to be cheap, but we do have a whole bunch of different variations here and they get more expensive the bigger they get. But what's special about this is that these are pretty oversized beds. They're pretty big and it also looks really, really comfortable. And I can see that the material is cotton. So yeah, I think that this product is pretty cool. I don't know if it's going to sell directly on day 1 or week 1, but it's also worth it to have. So I'm going to add that to my store as well. And so what I like about the marketplace the most is that I'm not only working with private suppliers here. Oh, check out this one. This is really nice. This one is special. This one stands out. I really like the colors. Haven't seen this one around that much. It is a medium ticket product, but again, it's unique and people do like to spend money on their pets. I got 2 cats as well myself, and I do spend quite a lot on them. So you can see that we got a whole bunch of variations over here with different price points and different colors, pink and gray. And this one ships to the US. Free shipping, does take about 15 business days. So in this case, if I would add this one, I would add another warehouse with longer shipping time, because we need about 10 business days from the policies that I have set. But then again, that is only for the large variation, because when I was in the small variation, it was quicker. You can see that the shipping and processing time is 2 business days. So I would add the small one to my store and try to sell that, because I do like the unique colors and I do like, again, that it ships for free, very fast, and sells for $20.99, which means that we can sell it for around $40 pretty easily. Okay, so I'm going to import that to my store as well. And let's continue. So again, you're looking for unique products. You're looking for private suppliers, which will be easier for you to work with. And all of the orders will get automated as well. But anyway, I'm going to get to that stuff soon. So this is basically what the AutoDS Marketplace gives you. And there are tens of thousands of products that you can resell here. Now let's move over to handpicked products. So handpicked products has a team that's sitting down morning to evening, just looking for these products and adding them to the database so that you can take advantage of it. And as you can see, each and one of these products look really, really unique. So let me just take one quick example. Let's say this one right here. This is pretty cool. Haven't really seen this one around. So it's kind of like this apron that you're walking around with while you're doing your gardening, and you're kind of putting everything here, right, inside the apron. And then when you get in front of a trash can, you just have this release mechanism that just drops it all, or maybe even if you want to grow those plants or whatever. So you can see that you've got different variations right here, gray, blue, red, and green. But on top of that, you're getting so much more. So check this out. You're getting the potential profit that you can make from this product based off of other sellers that we found that are selling this product. You can see that it's being sold for around $77, $76. How many orders this product has, the engagement score, the saturation score. Now, I would look at these two with a grain of salt. If the engagement score is low and the engagement score is taken from the ads that other sellers are running for this product or organic videos, if the engagement score is low, it doesn't mean that the product is not interesting, or it could mean that, but it could also mean that the ad copies, the creatives, the hooks are just not that good. So the product may be interesting, but there are no good ad copies on it yet or no good organic videos, which you could do better. We're going to get to that soon, but that's one thing that you'd want to pay attention to, as well as the saturation score. So the higher the saturation score, the more this product is saturated, but I wouldn't see that as an issue anyway, because they're not targeting all of the relevant people in all of the world. You'll always be able to find, when you're doing your product research, dropshippers, a lot of them who are selling the same products, and they're all making sales, or most of them are making sales, because they know how to market those products, whether with or without a budget. They know how to get to their target audience. They're making organic videos. Anyways, we're going to get to all that stuff soon. But this is some of the info that you are getting from the handpicked products. Then you've also got target audience. So this will help you target audiences if you want to run ads for this product, paid ads. And then you've got the videos that people are running with this product. So let me just click on both of them. So you can see one here. This is a TikTok video. It's got 1,330 likes. And you can kind of see him using the app, right? So you can see him using it, see the product in action.
Step on the lever, pull it.
Okay, even though what he's showing now is not really relevant to the product, but you kind of get the idea. That's probably why he didn't get that much engagement. This one only got 119, which still is pretty good. If you're getting 119 likes, you're already getting hundreds of traffic to your website, because all of these sellers link to their store page, to their product page or their store page on their profile, on their bio. So when someone sees a video and they're like, oh, that's pretty cool, I want that product, they're going to click on the seller's bio and find it. Like this guy right here. If we click on his bio, then you can see that he actually has a lot of success with this product. And just check this out. And this already is related to marketing. This is one of the things that I wanted to show you, is that you can create a TikTok account on one product and then just keep shooting videos over and over, which is what he did here. And you can see that some of these actually go pretty crazy, and none of these are sponsored. So he's not putting any money on these. Like, look at this one right here that got 31 million views, even though this one is just talking about a tool and not the actual apron that we want to go over. So that's this one right here. Okay, so this one, so on this video he got 1,320 views, and he just shot a whole bunch. This one got 17,000, 13,000, 17,000. So you can kind of go over these and see what they did. Look at this one right here, 116,000, and he's always using that apron, right? He or she. So you can see that they are selling a couple of products here. One, they're selling this tool, whatever it does, and the other is the apron, and they seem to have a lot of success with it. So you can see that they're pretty much rinse and repeating, trying different creatives, trying different hooks, seeing what catches on. And this way, people are easily clicking on their bios, clicking on the link to get to their website, which in this case is right here, grampussweeter.com. So I can click on it, and then it's like, okay, cool. Now I'm on their website, and now I can see the tools that they are selling. And another thing that you're going to get from the marketplace, besides the marketing efforts that other sellers are successful, is that you're also getting their website. So it's under here, under competitors. So let's just click on one of these. Okay, like this website over here, okgood.com, and he's got the product right here, that apron. He's selling it for $33.98, not including shipping. So add another about $6 for shipping, which is their average. So we're looking at $40 right here, and you're going to source this one for around $8.50, another $2 for shipping, and this does arrive within 12 business days, which is just on the edge of our shipping policy. But in any case, most of these products ship way before than the maximum that's written here. But this is just another quick example of what you can find from places like the handpicked products. The only thing to watch out for here is that a lot of these products are coming from China. So if you do find something that you like, you will have to source it with a US supplier. So for example, you can go to the marketplace and you can search for apron, ships from the US. And you're going to look for that similar apron over here. And you can also do it by simply going to the actual supplier's website like Amazon and search for it there. Even if you're not going to use them to process the orders, you can have the system do that automatically for you. Okay, so for example, I can go to Amazon and I can search for gardening apron. And here we found it. Only here it's being sourced for around $40, so it won't leave us that much of a profit margin. So you're going to have to look for a cheaper one. Here's another one right here for $19.99. So you can easily sell this one for $40, and that is the price point that you want to be at with this product. People will not spend $100 on an apron, but they will easily spend $40, especially for one that does all of this. So you can source it through this supplier. And then all you have to do is just copy the URL, go to AutoDS. I know that I'm not doing the importing tutorial yet, but I just want to show you how easy it is. Then you're going to click on Add Products, single or multiple, doesn't matter. Put the URL right here and make sure that it's publishing to your TikTok shop. Then you can publish it right away or click on Edit Now Quick to start the optimization process, which I will show you very, very soon once we're done with product research. But again, I just want to show you how easy it is to find products that are selling really well. You can see that 400 people bought this specific apron just in the last month, and that is just from Amazon. And when someone buys something from you on TikTok, if you ship it from Amazon or anywhere else, customers at the end of the day don't care where the package is coming from as long as they got what they ordered. So if they order something from you on TikTok shop and they get it in an Amazon package, they won't care. They got what they ordered. They got it within the due time in your policy. They're going to be happy, and that's all there is to it. They're not going to search the whole world. Oh, where could I have gotten the apron for cheaper? They would have done that before they purchased from your store. So we went over the marketplace and the handpicked products. So the handpicked products simply gives you a lot more detailed information inside, who's selling the product, what ads they're running for this product, but you will have to source it from a US supplier so that you can ship quickly domestically from and to the US. Next, you've got the ad spy. So here you've got Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And so here's where you can simply spy on other competitors' ads and see what they're selling, see what products are trending right now, and hop on that train as well. So here, for example, I can click to see a certain channel like Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, or I can search all. And then here I'm going to look for something that let's say has anywhere between 100 to 1,000 likes, that has a product link to it, call to action button text. You can choose that as well, but I'm going to leave that open. And interaction rate, I'm going to go for anything that has more than 1% interaction rate. And then here it's starting to slowly narrow down on dropshipping products. Like for example, I can see a mini RC car over here. So maybe there's a trend going on there. I'm not sure. I need to open it and check it out, but I just want to scroll through a little bit quicker for you now, just to give you a few more ideas. Let's say this one, for example, what is it? A curling brush. So I can click here on see TikTok ad. I got some information here, like how much engagements it has. But if I click here on see TikTok ad, I can get more information, like the total engagement, the interaction rate, the engagement in the last 7 days, which grew by 60%. And I can see this little graph over here that's showing me how the views are just going up and up and up. The video duration here, the country region is the US, and this one specifically is on TikTok. So I can click here, play to see the video itself, or click on see original post and see it on the channel, the social media platform where it was
that you put in your hair
uploaded, which in this case is TikTok. So this is just going to give you an idea. Then you're going to go to your supplier's website and search for that product or something similar to it, because you know that that has a rising trend right now. So take advantage of the ad spy, see what other sellers are selling, what ads are going crazy for them, look for a source for that product, and do it all by suppliers that are supported by automation. So I'm going to get to suppliers right after this. I just want to finish a few more product research methods. So after ad spy, you've also got trending products. Now, trending products is kind of similar to handpicked products, only that here, all the information is being gathered by the power of artificial intelligence. So here, AI is putting together everything. Like here, we are looking at a smartwatch, which we cannot sell. It looks like an Apple Watch, but obviously it isn't. But that's an electronic. We cannot sell it. There's also like a kid smartphone and things like that, but we can sell those on TikTok shop. We can sell Groot products because that is trademarked on TikTok shop. So again, you do have to do a little bit of homework here, but here is a cool squat machine. I think we saw, where did we see the squat machine? Was that when we were doing some Amazon product research through Amazon? But anyway, squat machines look pretty interesting. And so here is the difference between the information that you're going to get between this and the handpicked products. So you can see again the sold count, the profit potential, and all of that. But if I scroll down here, you can see the product distribution. So you can see what countries it's being distributed to the most. And here it looks like we have a nice little healthy mix, mostly to the US and Spain. After that, you got Ukraine, Korea, Mexico, and you can click here to see more. Then you've also got this general sales chart. So I can see month after month since June 2024, when it just pretty much got started, you can see month by month how much sales this is making. So more sellers, more dropshippers are cashing in on this cow, and you can easily as well, by just having the right tools and knowledge, like the AutoDS Trending Products Hub. So besides that, you've also got the product information here on the right side with more images. You can add it to your store simply by clicking on Import Draft. The only thing is you're still going to have to look for a US supplier. So when you're looking for products and trending products and handpicked products, they're mostly going to come from China. So you will have to search for them on US suppliers like Amazon. And then you can just use the Fulfilled by AutoDS service to automate that product for you, to automate the ordering process, tracking info, and all of that. I'm going to get to all of that. But then here you've also got the search on. So I can search for this on Amazon, Facebook, AliExpress. In this case, Amazon is relevant to us. So I'm just going to click on that. And it's going to search for this product, for these squat machines. And then here I can add a whole bunch of squat machines to my store very, very easily, ships from into the US, and easily drop shippable on TikTok Shop. Okay, so if you notice this trend, you can add 30, 50, 100 of these, see which ones are actually making sales, remove the slow movers after about a month or two, and keep adding more similar to the ones that are actually selling while continuing to test the market. This is my tested and proven strategy for dropshipping for over 8 years. This is how you can make consistent sales and profits with exponential growth year after year. So besides that, under trending products, we've also got the ad copy so we can see what videos people are making. When I say ad, I don't mean that they put money on it. I just mean video copies, because most of these videos on TikTok, you can see that they're not sponsored, although this one is a paid partnership. So you can see it right here. It could either say sponsored, paid partnership, or nothing. If it's nothing, it's a completely organic video. But you can see right here, and I hope that you guys can make it to this stage as well, where the brands are reaching out to you and they're like, hey, I'm going to send you a copy of this product so that you can shoot a video on it because you're doing such a great job. And then you're going to get a whole bunch of freebies from a whole bunch of suppliers. You're going to get paid a lot for making these videos and also for the profit that you're making selling these products. And it's all going to come together pretty wonderfully. So that's another thing that we got on trending products, pretty much similar to handpicked products, where we got the successful videos that sellers are running for this product. So you can learn how to make great videos, learn what they did on their hook that was so special, what captured the audiences. And the more work you put into this, the more research, the more the data and the results will follow. So the AutoDS marketplace, private suppliers, with one more thing that I haven't mentioned is the customized branding. So we talked about focusing on US suppliers. I showed you that there's a private message system where you can message these suppliers and start your own one-on-one relationship with them through the AutoDS system. You've also got customized branding, and this will only be supported by suppliers where it says customizable branding on it. So here I'm going to go with AutoDS suppliers because only they support customization branding. And then you see where it says here, AutoDS suppliers discounted prices. We're going to continue scrolling on that until we see customizable branding. Okay, so here's one, for example. So this frost cooler over here. So this means that this product can be shipped out with your logo on it. This means that you can actually brand your orders, brand the products that are going out, because it's going to come out with a little thank you card and it's going to have your store logo on it. Where can you upload your store logo? If you go to settings and then store settings and then scroll down to the branding settings right here, you can see that I uploaded an AutoDS logo. So if I sell any products from the marketplace from a private supplier that has customizable branding, I send out that order from the orders page using Fulfilled by AutoDS, which I'll talk about soon, then it will get sent out with my logo that I uploaded here. So it's another nice thing to have, especially if you're here for the long game and you actually want to brand your store and get customers to remember your brand. This is the way to do it, especially when you're working with private suppliers. So the AutoDS marketplace is my #1 go-to when it comes to product research. Next is the AutoDS handpicked products and trending products hub, which I already went over, the AutoDS ad spy tool, and you're just going to remember what makes a winning product and simply list the products. Don't overthink it. If it ticks in the boxes, just add it to your store because it's so easy to do that, and start gathering data on what products are selling and what are slow movers, especially when you pretty much have no expenses up to this point besides the $1 that you paid for your 14-day AutoDS trial. So there are a bunch of other places where you can find winning products to sell on TikTok Shop, but it will require a lot of testing and also a lot of manual work. Some of them being just going to the best sellers and new releases, especially on places like Amazon, just so that you can get an idea of other products that are selling well. The only thing is that here you will have to, of course, dive in deeper and understand what you cannot sell. That's why I started with the products that you cannot sell, so that you'll know that all of the best sellers here in electronics is simply not relevant to you. And other categories can be relevant. Like you can go to tools and home improvement. You can stay away from like the lights, the lighting and things like that, but you can look for the accessories and things like that when we went over the things that you can sell. So here is just a place to help you find some product trends. So for example, I can go to, let's say, let's get out of this category. Here on the left side, we can choose one. So here we're looking at the best sellers, right? You can also go to new releases over here. And also movers and shakers is a good place where it shows you the most trending products in the last 24 hours. So you know that these are hot right now. Like for example, these fake eyelashes over here, this tablet, which we cannot resell, but we can sell this one right here. So check out this cute little set over here. So because it is for kids and toddlers, we can't really sell it, but it does kind of give us an idea of things that are trending now. Let's just go back and see other product opportunities. So we cannot sell this heater because it's an electronic, but we can sell these large storage bags over here. And this is a number 2 under the movers and shakers. So if I click on it, okay, Merry Christmas is outdated now because it's not Christmas anymore, but this product here can have a lot of potential. I like that it's really big. So it's 90 liters. Okay, so it's a pretty big storage bag, but again, it's just another quick idea. Okay, you can check out this one right here, under bed storage containers. Also pretty unique. I haven't really seen this one before. So I wouldn't think too much about these. If you see something, if it ticks in the boxes of the product research requirements that we talked about, you can simply grab this product, copy the URL, go to AutoDS, add it as a product, put the URL right here, and click on add as a draft. Okay, again, I'm going to go through the importer soon. We're still doing product research, but I want you to see how easy it is to get more ideas from other places. And it doesn't just have to be Amazon. I'm going to go through all the suppliers soon. I'm getting very close to it, but you can use pretty much any US retailer or supplier that AutoDS supports so that you can enjoy all of the automation that comes with it. So Walmart and others as well. But again, I'm going to go through all of them soon. My number 1 recommendation would still be the AutoDS Marketplace private suppliers. But then again, now we're talking about suppliers again. So bestsellers, new releases, and also movers and shakers will give you a lot of ideas for products that are trending now. Just make sure that you're choosing the right categories here on the left side. So for example, I know that clothing, shoes, and jewelry, for the most part, is completely fine to sell here. So I'm just going to scroll a bit here. You can narrow down more subcategories here on the left side and just find those wow effects, find those problem solvers, find those ideas on products that are selling really hot right now for other sellers. So that would be the manual product research method after the automated ones that I gave you. That would be my first go-to if you want to do things manually. Now, additional product research methods include the AliExpress Dropshipping Center, which they change the link to it every now and then. So let's just see if it still exists. Yeah, it still exists under this link. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're signed into your AliExpress account. Then you're going to go to that link, ds.aliexpress.com from the cheat sheet. And this is a place that will show you a bunch of trending products that, of course, are hot sellers right now. It is some manual research, but it will give you some ideas. So for example, you can find a product to sell right here. You can search for a specific niche because it'll show you products similar to ones that you've already searched for on AliExpress. So you can go to a category or just search for something. Like for example, squat machine, which I just found out is selling pretty well. And here we've got a whole bunch of them from AliExpress. I wouldn't go for the really expensive ones and the super high ticket ones. And don't forget that this again is AliExpress. It's mainly being sourced from China. So we can't really use these products. We can't source it from here, but we can get the ideas from here and then source it from a US supplier. Okay, so here, for example, let's go to jewelry and accessories. Can get some nice examples right here, even though these are very boring products. The beads. We can't resell Disney products. We can't sell Lilo and Stitch. So we'll have to go to other products. So we're just going to do more manual research. So this is a way to do it. This is how I was doing it when I first started dropshipping, and I didn't have AI and all these tools that get it done for me today. So this isn't my number 1 go-to today, but if you do not want to use automation, you do not want to spend any money, then this is going to be your way to do it. It's just going to take hours and hours of research, and don't give up after trying a few products and, not selling them and then just kind of giving up thinking that this isn't for you. You have to do much more testing. So check this out right here. This is a mini cup keychain, which is pretty cool. So it's like a tumbler cup, but it's a keychain. Pretty nice. Haven't really seen this one around. So this could be an idea, right? So this already gives me something that I can think about. And then I'm going to go to product analysis over here. Okay. And I'm going to take the link of what I like. I'm going to put it here, and it's going to show me more products similar to this one as well, and also how much they're selling. So you can see right here that there is a whole bunch of other listings that are similar to this one, what their prices are. So it's really, really cheap, and how much orders they're getting. So this one right here is making the most 188. And this is pretty much what we're getting from the Dropshipping Center. It used to be a little bit more sophisticated and advanced, but this is what we have today. And it can still help you get some pretty cool ideas like the one I just found from just doing a quick 1 minute of research from the AliExpress Dropshipping Center. Of course, you're going to have to take that product and source it from a US supplier. Now, you may have noticed that I've showed you the how much sold in each month, like in the last month on Amazon. So pay attention to that as well. So if you click on a product, for example, and you're logged into your Amazon account, you can see how many people bought it in the last month. And you can also use that as an indicator as to, is this product selling now or was it just trending a while ago? Then you can also use social media hashtags. So hashtags like TikTok made me buy it, gadgets, Amazon finds, right? With the hashtag, search for that on your social media channels, especially on TikTok. So let me go to TikTok and let's just do, for example, let's do hashtag gadgets. You can also do kitchen gadgets and so much more. So let's go with gadgets for the example.
10 things
here
I bought.
you can see a lot of products being sold by
10
other
useful
sellers
Amazon
and other
products I bought this year.
dropshippers. And you can find out more hashtags
Do not
when you just
let
do
your-
this and you see what hashtags these sellers are using. Okay, so for example, let's see, just a little bit more scrolling. Let's find something that's interesting. Okay, I know this product because I also sold it on another store that I have. This is a door lock product. So it locks your door and it also sounds an alarm if someone tries to open the door. Okay, so let's say you like this product. You saw the engagements. It looks good. It looks interesting. And you want to sell it on your store as well. You can go to his bio and check out his website, but you don't really have to do that because you can just search for this product, right? So you can see he got about 100,000 views on this one, so it's pretty viral.
Things TikTok
you can search
made
for
me
the same
buy.
product just to see
This
if
phone
it
case has a
exists,
built-in
more
privacy
on
screen.
TikTok, how many
From the
sellers are
side,
selling
your
it.
screen
So I'm going to look
looks
for
flat.
a
Now no one can
door locker. Okay, and then here you can see other sellers who are selling a similar product. Well, there's this guy right here who's doing a pretty good job. So if I click on him, I saw him when I was doing my product research for this product. So you can see here that he is making a lot of views on this product. And he's also trying other types of door locks as well, which I haven't seen. Because when I was doing the research on him, he was mainly doing this product. Probably made enough sales and now he's trying other products as well, mainly around the door lock niche. But you can see right here that he had a lot of success with this product. 4,400 here, 5,600 here, 8,500 here, 6,200. So pretty much every video that he uploaded on this product, and you can see that he did a lot, he became pretty viral. And then you can say, okay, let me try this one as well. So I'm going to go to my supplier. I'm going to search for this product. So for example, here, since I'm using AutoDS, I can just search under the marketplace for door alarm. And here we go. So I've got one right here, ships within 15 business days. I got another one here, 10 business days. This one looks like it ships from the US. And this one is 15 business days, 16 business days. So let's check out that one that takes 10 business days because our policy does support that. And no, it ships from China. So that is no good. So on our search, we're also going to do a ships from United States and see if we can find one because that seller is not shipping from the US. He's shipping that product from China. I remember when I was looking at his website, although here I do not see it being shipped from the US, at least not from the marketplace. So you can still source it, you can still automate it, but you're going to have to see if it's being sold on retailers that AutoDS supports. So for example, alarm door stopper. There we go. Okay, so we've got it here for about $24.99. And I can see that 50 people bought this one in the last month and another 50 on this one. So I would check out this variation here. We will have to see if we can sell it because of the battery. Sometimes TikTok does make an exception. So let's try. Let's add this one as well. So I'm just going to go to add products. I'm going to put the URL right here and click on add as a draft. But this is another way for you to find trending products using social media hashtags. Again, this is manual product research. It will take more time, but this is how you find these products. So why AutoDS? Before I go to the dropshipping suppliers and before I show you how to import products, why AutoDS? So I'm going to make this relatively quickly. But AutoDS is going to give you a whole bunch of automation all in one place, including price and stock monitoring. I also already went over that. So if the price changes, the stock status changes from any one of the suppliers that you work with, in the thousands of products that you uploaded to your store, the price and stock status will change on your store according to the changes that are happening on your supplier's website. So you do not have to worry if the supplier's price suddenly raises. You will not lose money on your orders because your prices will raise or go down, decrease accordingly, and also the stock status. So if it goes out of stock on your supplier's website, it'll also go out of stock on your store. The automatic order system, especially fulfilled by AutoDS, is a wonderful technology, a wonderful feature that will fulfill all of your orders for you without you having to have any buyer accounts. So AutoDS has two automatic orders. One is just called regular automatic orders. The other is called Fulfilled by AutoDS. I'm going to go over it when I get to it, but mainly Fulfilled by AutoDS uses AutoDS's buyer accounts, whereas automatic orders uses your buyer accounts, but still automates the whole process for you. Both of these come with automatic tracking updates and also tracking conversions if needed. I'm going to go over that soon. And the AI product title and description generator, you will see that when I do the product optimization. Also got product research and private suppliers. I already went over that. Product sourcing, which is nice, especially if you're looking to source from Chinese suppliers. In this case, we are working with US suppliers and so much more. So get your trial for $1 if you haven't done that yet. After that, I'll show you the rest of the pricing, but this is going to be well worth your investment for starting a business and actually start to make some sales. So now let's go over dropshipping suppliers with fast shipping. So on TikTok Shop, you want to make sure that all of your shipping carriers are going to be FedEx, UPS, DHL, and USPS in particular, because TikTok supports those tracking numbers. If you have an order on your TikTok shop and you upload tracking information and it's not a major shipping carrier that TikTok supports like these, then TikTok is not going to be able to see if the product was actually delivered. And if a customer claims that it wasn't delivered, you're going to have a hard time proving that it was. And this will slowly jeopardize your seller account. So I want you to be here for years and years on end. And in order to do that, we have to take care of our seller account health. So we have to use tracking information that TikTok supports. So we want to look for dropshipping suppliers with fast shipping. So in this case, from into the same region, we already talked about that. So from into the US, and these suppliers have to work with major US shipping carriers, the ones that I just mentioned. The way to find them is only through the AutoDS marketplace with private suppliers and personal branding, as we already talked about, and the rest of AutoDS's US suppliers. So I left links to everything if you want to read more about it. But basically, there are a bunch of more suppliers that I said that you can work with, and you don't have to find them inside the AutoDS system. You can also find them outside. So all of these suppliers, as you can see right here, I'm going to click on USA just so that we can see the US suppliers. Again, you have the links to everything inside the cheat sheet. Hashtag TikTok shop. Let me know what you learned in this video, and I will send you a copy of this cheat sheet in the comment section below. So if I click here on USA, I can see all of the US suppliers that I can work with. So you can add products from any one of these websites like Amazon, AliExpress that uses a US warehouse, Walmart, CJ Dropshipping, Home Depot. You can even use places like eBay, Etsy, Shopify, Alibaba, Light in the Box, DHgate, Macy's, Kohl's, and so forth. So you can just go to any one of those websites, look for products that you can sell on TikTok Shop, and simply import them by copying the URL, going to AutoDS, and pasting it there when you're adding products to your TikTok Shop. Very simple, and everything gets transferred over. The titles, the descriptions, the specifications, categories, tags, everything. And the only thing that's left for you to do is some AI optimization, which I will also go over soon. So this is a very easy place, and you'll have all of the automation that you need from what I just mentioned: price and stock monitoring, automatic orders. Fulfilled by AutoDS is only for the US suppliers. I will go over that list soon as well, and everything else that I mentioned. Most of them ship really quickly, and you can change your policies as well if you found a good supplier with really good products that you cannot find with other suppliers, but this one ships within, let's say, 12 days. Okay, so not optimal, but you can choose a shipping policy that abides with that. When I went over the shipping policies, I showed you where that is done. And of course, you can send a private message to the suppliers and make sure that they use these shipping carriers. Most of them use it anyway, so you won't really have a problem with that. And this way you can keep everything all in one package and also enjoy the seamless automation that comes with it. And that's it. I'm not going to recommend any other suppliers. If you want to try to Google dropshipping suppliers USA, something like that, you're just going to get a whole bunch of blog articles and supplier directories like worldwidebrands.com, which will give you a whole bunch of supplier directories that you can work with, but it costs a few $100s, and some of those suppliers are outdated, and you're not going to have any automation. So it's just going to be very time consuming, and it's also not going to be very budget friendly. So this is your go-to for fast suppliers, trackable tracking information while keeping it all under automation and still giving you access to millions and millions of products that you can ship really quickly from and to the US, while also adding your own customizable branding to the orders that ship out. So now that you're doing your product research and you know where to find these suppliers, it's time to start adding them to your store. So this is the manual way to do it. So if you don't want to do it with automation, you want to do everything manually, this is how you're going to do it. So first, you need all of the product information that you can get from your supplier. So whether it's from your supplier's website or direct contact, whatever suppliers you're going to work with, this is how you're going to add those products. So on TikTok Shop, on the left menu, we're going to click on products. And then on the top right, we've got add a new product. And now we simply have to do everything manually. So we have to fill in all of the information, as we can see right here. So we need to first upload the images. So let's just take a product really quick. Okay, let's say that you want to add a product from Amazon. So I'm on Amazon's bestsellers at the moment, or whichever supplier you choose to work with. So I'm just going to go into a category, let's say home and kitchen, and I want to go with a product that I know that we can sell on TikTok Shop. So let's just go with this bed sheet set right here. And oh, nice, it's got a 30% coupon. So if we make a sale, it's going to cost much, much less than this. But anyway, this is what we're going to have to do. So first things first, as you see, we need all of the images. So we need to download all of the images from Amazon or from whatever website we're using. So I'm going to save this image, okay, call it whatever, and do the same thing one by one for all of the images here. Then we're going to have to do the same thing for all of the variations. So let's say I want all of these colors and all of these sizes. So that means that we're going to have to create a lot of variations. We're going to have to download a lot of images and a lot of product descriptions. So let's start first by uploading the image. So I'm going to click here on upload main image. Then I'm going to click on local file, and I'm going to upload this file that I just downloaded onto my computer. Now, if you are doing this and you are taking the image from a supplier's website, I also recommend to remove the metadata. Okay, you can simply search Google for remove metadata from image, and you can use any one of these websites that do it really quickly and for free. So for example, let me just go to this website, and then here I'm going to upload that image. And what the metadata does is it will simply make it difficult for TikTok to track where this image actually came from. So you can see that I uploaded the image, I submitted it, and now I've got the processed image, so I can go ahead and download it. And this is the one that was just downloaded now. This is the one that I'm actually going to use. Okay, so I'm going to upload a new image, local file, and this is the one without the metadata. So again, the metadata simply makes it difficult for TikTok, or pretty much impossible for TikTok or anywhere else where we might upload images, to know that this image actually came from Amazon, because each image has this data inside where it actually came from and other sorts of information. And this way, it's a clean slate. So it's much better to do it this way. But again, you have to do it one by one for every image. And this is why I recommend doing everything automatically, because when you import products through AutoDS, not only is everything going to be super automated, for example, all the images, all the variations, the titles, descriptions, which we can later also optimize with AI, it's also going to remove all of the metadata from the images along the way. So it's just going to make it so much easier for us. But in case you want to keep doing it manual, so we upload all the images after we downloaded them one by one, and we remove the metadata. And now we've got the product name. So you can copy and paste. I don't recommend to do it, but if you just want a starting title, then you can use this one. And you can just optimize it around a bit just so it won't be exactly the same. I always recommend doing it with AI. So for example, you can go to ChatGPT and you can ask ChatGPT to rewrite the title for this product. And we're also going to do the same for the description. So here, for example, I would rewrite this product title for my e-commerce store, make it professional, sellable, without repeating the same keywords from the original title. And let's see if we can get something nice and unique this way. Okay, so instead of bedding queen bed sheet set, it's going to be called Premium 4-Piece Queen Sheet Set, Ultra Soft Microfiber, Durable and Fade Resistant, Easy to Maintain, Gray. So it's a little bit different than the original title. And if I even take the original title and I search for that on Google, I'm probably not going to see that as a first search result on Amazon. As you can see, this is the first search result, and it doesn't take me to the same product. So it'll make it a little bit harder for other people to know where my source is coming from. And if I search for that title on Amazon, I'm still not seeing that one from the seller called Utopia, except for this one, which is sponsored. But if I search for the same exact title, okay, this one right here, even without the word Utopia, it's probably going to find that first thing on Amazon. So let's search for that on Google. And there we go. It took me straight to the Utopia listing, even though I didn't search for the word Utopia, but the rest of the keywords were the same. So this is how you're going to just make it a little bit harder to find the source for your products, even though most customers are not going to do that. Some might, and your competitors will also try to see where you're getting your products from as well, especially once you start to do a good job. And believe me, you're going to want to make it to that point where your competitors are trying to see what you're doing and how you're doing it so well. So anyway, this is how we get a better title. And keep in mind that if you are using automation, then all of this is done for you, including the AI rewrites. And I'm going to show you that soon. So we're also going to do the same thing for the product description. But first, we've got the category. So we can see that it was pretty much automatically chosen by TikTok according to the title that we used for this listing. So just just check to make sure that it's correct. If it's not, you can click here and add it to the right category. In this case, it's correct, so I can leave it as is. Then we've got the brand. So it's asking me, is the brand called Ezra for some, for if there's any chance, but obviously no. So you can either write the brand or just leave it on no brand. I personally like leaving it on no brand. It's not like it's some big brand that everybody knows, and it's just going to make it harder again to track my sources and to get to them. Then we've got product attributes. So here you're going to fill in the quantity per pack, the washing instructions, the material that it's made of, all of the information that you can get from the original listing. This is going to take some time, so I'm not going to do it now, but obviously you're just going to go to this listing right here. You're going to search for that information and you're going to add it manually here. Then you've got the product details. So in this case, TikTok did AI generate a description for us. I didn't even ask it to, and it just did that from the title that we wrote. Although the title was optimized with AI with ChatGPT because we did want it to be different than the original source. So this is double AI in action right here. You can use this, but you just want to make sure that the information is correct. So as we know, it did generate this from the title, and you already have a product description, which has a little bit more information, including the size of this bed sheet. As you can see right here, 90 by 102 inches with 2 inches self hem and all of that. This information is not written in the title, and that's why it was not generated by AI. So we can even write a better product description or add to it by taking all of this. So I'm copying the product description from the source. I'm going to ChatGPT and I'm going to say, do the same for the product description. Make it interesting. Use bullet points and emojis. Okay, then I'm going to paste the description, and here we're getting a better description. Transform your sleep with our luxurious queen sheet set, emoji of a bed, and then we've got a nice little transition sentence, key features you'll love, complete queen set, what it includes. And as you can see, I'm not really going to read it all, but you can kind of get the idea of this really nice description that it's coming up with. Much better than the original. And of course, you're going to have to proofread it and make sure that everything is okay, but it's obviously going to be better than what TikTok was able to generate just from the title. So I'm going to paste this description, and it already looks much, much better. Next, we scroll down. If you've got a video for the product, you can upload that as well. So as you can see, there are videos, for example, on Amazon. You are going to have to use an Amazon video downloader because it's not downloadable right from here. You can only share it. Okay, so there are tools that can help you do that. I'm not going to go over that now. But again, this is not my preferred method, so I don't want to spend too much time on it. This is personally not what I'm doing. Only when I was just beginning in my first week of dropshipping, I was working manually until I learned about the magic of automation. But I'm still going to show you how to do it if this is the route that you want to take. Now we've got the variations. So you're going to enable the variations, and here you're going to add more variations. So in this example, we've got colors, right? So we've got different colors, and we've also got different sizes. So here I'm going to write color. Okay, this is the variation name. And then we're going to go, let's say, with black. Okay, then you're going to download the image for the black one. Okay, remove the metadata. I'm not going to do it. I'm not really uploading this product anyway, but by now you know how. Local file, black. And here we're going to have to crop it because there is a limit on TikTok. It's better to resize the original image rather than crop it here. Okay, so now I've uploaded the image. And then here we can add another value. So in other words, another color to the variations. So let's say we can go with coral. So then you're going to download that image and you're going to write it here. Okay, upload the image, and then you've got that one as well. And as you can see, the variations are being created here. And of course, you're going to have to jot down the prices. So if we're buying it for $23.95, never mind the coupon, we're going to sell this for $49.99. Okay, or $45.99, whatever you see fit. And then you've got the quantity. So we're going to have it at around 10. It's up to you. Seller SKU, you can leave it on blank. And you've got the rest of the variations. Now you also want the sizes. So you're going to add another size, another variation, and you're going to call it size. Okay, I had the option here, bedding size, but you can also write your own. Okay, and add that, doesn't really matter. And you've got the option for whatever the sizes are. So you're going to go with king size and another value, queen, add another value, standard. Okay, and as you can see, for each variation, it added the sizes. So again, you're going to have to write the prices and the quantities and so forth. Okay, so we've got the product title, description, images, variations, values inside the variations, and we continue to scroll down. Here we've got the product compliance. So of course, you're going to have to fill it in yes or no according to the California Prop 65 warnings. Then you've got shipping. So what is the package's weight? So you're going to write that here, the dimensions. Okay, whatever info you have, you're going to fill it in right here. And that should pretty much do it. You can see the estimated shipping fee over here. Don't pay attention to it. This is just an estimate calculation and it has nothing to do with the actual shipping fee, which as we know is going to be free shipping because that is what we have on our policy. Then on the top right, you've got the submit for review. So you're going to do that. It's going to get reviewed. And then once the review is done, it's going to go in your products page. So that is the manual way to do it. And the problem here is if it's not obvious enough is it's super time consuming. So you can do that for a few products just to kind of get the hang of it and see how things work. But at the end of the day, you want the sales, you want the scalability, you want the real profits. We're going to have to move over to automation. And I'm sure that you can understand and appreciate why you'd want to do that by now, because we cannot spend all day just importing these products, downloading all the images, removing the metadata, adding all the item specifications, doing and reviewing all of the AI rewrites, and everything else that I just did. So now that you know the manual way to do it, if you want to do that, that's fine. Let me show you my personal recommendation, and that is the automated way to import products to our store. So you can use the AutoDS product importer to do that. I already showed you really quickly how to use it, and you can use a single and also a multiple product importer. So as you saw, I just went to AutoDS, I clicked on add products. Here you can go with single or multiple. It really doesn't matter. The only difference is, of course, single will only upload one product, whereas multiple can add multiple products. So I can just click on that. And for example, let's say I want this product. So I'm just going to copy the URL, paste it here, make a line break, go to another product that I like let's say this door stopper over here. Okay, copy the URL, go back, paste it here, and then just keep copying and pasting URLs to just add more and more products. Okay, make sure that it's publishing to your TikTok store. The supplier source here is Amazon, ships from the US warehouses, and I'm going to add it as a draft. Now, besides that, you have more options like publish it directly to your store without any optimization, schedule to upload at a later date and time, and also edit your upload settings. So this, for example, will edit some general and supplier settings before adding it to your store. I'm going to show you that when I do the settings section on AutoDS, so we don't need to do it now, but I just wanted to show you those options as well. And you've also got single products, so you're just going to paste the URL right here and it'll take you right away to the drafts page and to edit that product. So those are the ways to add products. Very easy, very simple. Once you do it, it's going to land right here in the drafts page. Okay, and here's where you're going to do some quick optimization before publishing it to your TikTok shop. And these are some of the products that you saw during the quick product research phase that I was showing. Of course, there's also the traditional method, which you already saw, which is just taking the product directly from the marketplace and hovering over the import draft, clicking on that. And that is another quick way to import these products to the draft section of your store. Now, keep in mind that while it's in drafts, it's not published in your store yet. But once we finish optimizing these products, like let's say this portable door alarm stopper right here, okay, or this underbed storage containers. Let's say we finished the whole optimization process. We're going to click on save and import. Then it'll move from drafts to products. Once it's in the product section, then it's live on our store. So you see all of these products that I have here are actually live on my TikTok shop. Okay, it's the same products that we're seeing right here on my TikTok shop. Now, while you're importing them, you're also going to have to know TikTok shop selling fees. So this page will update TikTok's fees as they change from time to time. But basically, we're looking at a marketplace commission fee of 2 to 4%, another 2% transaction fee. So we're looking at a total of 6%. So you can use this URL to see what are the updated fees. And you can also see it inside your TikTok shop. So let's go back inside the Seller Center. And then we're going to click here on Finances. Okay, we're going to scroll down to the referral fees. Okay, so we can see right here that we've got the category fee, which is around 5 to 6%, depending on what category we're selling on. So we're always going to take the higher one, right? So if we get the lower one, it's a little bit extra profit. But here we're looking at 6%, and that is the referral fee rate. Then there's also referral fee promotion if you're running some promotion, but it's not relevant at the moment. So we're basically looking at a 6% fee for selling on TikTok shop. And again, this may change from time to time. So take that into consideration. Right now, I'm looking at a break even of 6%. Then we're going to make our extra profit on top of that. But usually, once again, I just price my products around 2 times the source price or more, depending on the popularity and how much sales I'm making. So let's do a quick product optimization and see how easy it is to get that done. Okay, so I'm going to go to the drafts page. So now we finished our product research. We found our suppliers. We started sourcing these products. They are now in our drafts page. Now we want to do some optimization. Okay, so let's take the first product right here. So here we've got the product's title. We can see that everything here was automated, the category, the tags. The tags is also going to help you a lot when you go to the products page and you have hundreds or thousands of products here, and you want to use the smart filters system to narrow down on a certain group of products to see how well or not well they're performing, you're going to do that with the help of the filters here on the products page. So here, for example, you can search for a specific tag. So I only want to see products that, let's say, are confetti or that are related to party and occasions or that have these specific tags. Okay, so that's really going to help you as well. And so besides the tags, we've also got shipping methods. So we want to go with the cheapest with tracking. Cheapest is not the best because you might not get tracking, and fastest with tracking could get really expensive. So cheapest with tracking is always going to be my go-to. Now brand, we can see Budding Joy. Okay, that's the name of the brand. You don't have to have that. And in the settings, I'll show you how to just keep brand blank so that it'll just write branded. So it's up to you whether you want to have the brand name or not. Then you've got monitoring. So I want to have price monitoring, stock monitoring, automatic orders. Soon I'm also going to show you more about automatic orders, but basically this is enough for now. Then we've also got the product's description. So as you know, everything here was pretty much copied and pasted from our supplier. So you see how we have the option here, optimize description with AI. I'm totally going to choose that option because this is going to make my whole life so much easier. And then you can do either title description or title and description, and the tone of the title, I want to make it sound more professional. Same thing for description, and the temperature. In my case, I usually keep it around balance. You can choose whatever you want. This will use your AI balance. You are getting free AI balance with your AutoDS account, but to buy more, you're just going to click on the buy more here. And the more credits you order, the cheaper each one is going to be. Okay, so let's do a quick AI optimization, and you don't have to do it one by one. Remember how we talked about automation, and automation helps you scale, and you can't really do it if you're going to sit down and just watch the system do it for each and every product one by one. So that is where we are going to use the bulk editor. Okay, but right now it already did it for this product. So we already got a better title and description. I'm going to go ahead and click on save. And now I've got an AI optimized product and description. Next, we've got the variations. So what I like about the variations is that here you can add more variations, even from different sellers and different places. Like for example, okay, this one is coming from Amazon. We can see that the supplier here is Amazon US, but I can go to Walmart and look for additional under bed storage containers. Okay, and let's look for the under bed ones. So let's go with this really cheap one, right? That just comes with one unit. So I've got the cheap one and I've got the more expensive ones. So let's say I want to add this one as another variation. And this way I'm going to have a range of prices from like, let's say $6, $7 all the way up to, let's say, well, it depends on the source price. We're going to price it soon, but it's going to be around, what was the source price here? $40. So we're going to source this for around $80. Okay, we're going to change the prices soon. But here, let's say I want to add this variation as well. So now I'm going to have a nice range of prices on this product and it won't look so expensive from the outside. So I'm just going to copy the URL to this extra variation that I want. Then I'm going to click here on add variant. I'm going to paste the URL right here. The system already knows that the supplier here is Walmart. The region is the US. You can always click to change it if it's wrong. But in this case, we have no problem. So I'm adding this variation as we speak. And for now, let's move over to the rest. So we've got the images right here. So you've got a nice place here where you can edit your images, rearrange them, open up the editor and do a whole bunch of other things like cropping your photos, adding text, drawing around it and things like that. And you can add more images either from your hard drive or from a specific URL. So you can play around with the images here. And last but not least, you've got item specifications. So again, everything here was automated. So for example, the storage volume, 540 liters, the style, the capacity, the number of items that you get with it and stuff like that. So everything here is automated. You don't need to really touch it unless you want to make changes like remove them, edit some of them, or add additional item specifications like let's say type. So the type here would be storage container. Click on add. Okay, now I'm simply going to save my changes. And once we're done, we're going to go ahead and click on save and import. And as I mentioned, now it's going to move from the drafts to the product section of my store and it'll be live. So I should see this product here on my TikTok shop on the products page. I will see it right above this backpack in just about a minute. Okay, so I'm letting the system upload it right now. I can see the details over here. I can click on view details to see the current progress. So I can see that this product is being added and completed. So as I speak, less than 30 seconds, I would say, it's already on my TikTok shop. So if I go to the products page now on AutoDS, I can see it right up here. And if I go to my TikTok shop and refresh my products page, I should see it right on top of that backpack. Okay, so here it is right here, but this product is currently under review. Okay, so it's suspended, not really, just temporarily. And once TikTok Shop reviews this product and sees that, there are no red flags here, it will move from reviewing to live, and then it will actually be live. The only thing that I actually need to change is the retail price because I'm sourcing it for around $40 and I still didn't set up my automatic settings for how to price my products when I upload them. So for now, the fees are going to be 6%. And I want to make at least another 60% profit, but I'm not going to sell it for $70.09. I do want to sell it for 2 times the price. So in this case, it's going to be $80.99. But because it is a medium ticket product or close to medium, you can definitely be happy with even 60%. So it's really up to you in terms of the pricing. And I'm also going to show you how you can automate the pricing as well. So it'll always find the sweet spot. You always want to include the shipping price, and you don't want to allow marketplace sellers when dropshipping from Amazon, because then if the product goes out of Prime, you want it to go out of stock on your store. Because if it's not Prime, then you're using third-party sellers and the return policy is not going to be as good and it might not get delivered within the promised time. So only Amazon Prime. So we're not going to allow marketplace sellers. I do like to round up my cents to 0.97 or 0.99, whatever you like to see on your products. It will always keep your prices rounded. So now it's $69.97. Click on save the product again. And now the price will also change on TikTok Shop as well. Another variation category that I didn't show you besides pricing is general, where here you just have some very general basic information like the color of this variation, the size, the default quantity. You can change all of this in the settings, which I'll show you soon. So it'll always have a certain default setting, especially when it comes to pricing and pricing automation and the rest of the stuff that I chose here. But basically here, you can also choose what is the default quantity. So I'll always have 10 in stock. And so this way the buyer can purchase more than 1 unit. So we're going to make more profit. And there's a lot of products where buyers would like to purchase more than one. And we've got the rest of the dimensions here, the buy ID, the supplier, the warehouse, and so forth. Okay, so I clicked on save. Let's refresh this page really quick and see that the price changed. Okay, so it took about 1 minute of review because now the product is live. So you saw how it moved from suspended to live relatively quickly. And we can see that the retail price is also $69.97. The quantity is 10. So all of the automation is working and we do not need to touch the product here on TikTok Shop whatsoever. Everything can be done within AutoDS and it just makes things so much easier. Okay, so that is how you optimize your products here. Now, there are bulk options that you can choose. So for example, let's say you want to do a bulk AI rewrite to everyone. So I'm just going to click right here where it selects all my products. Of course, you can deselect some and choose whatever you want. Then you're going to click here on bulk edit, add item to edit. And here you can change more things like the fees, the profits, and all of that. But I'm going to do that automation from the settings so that when I add these products from a certain supplier, it'll always have these rules. So it'll be much easier. So you don't need to do the bulk grabbing every time, but it doesn't take that much time anyway. So here I can change all of these options that you can see right here, like the automations, the pricing, and stuff like that. And the bulk AI rewrite is right here. So you're going to click on bulk AI rewrite. And then again, are you going to go only for the title, the description, or title and description? And how do you want it to sound? How would you like the temperature? And when you're done, you're going to click on AI rewrite. So now the AI rewrite is doing it for all of these products here. And I can get information like who is the source for these products. So one is coming from the AutoDS marketplace, some are coming from Amazon, they're all coming from US warehouses. So that is great. And that is how easy it is to import products to AutoDS and also go through the optimization process. Now, as I showed you, once that is done, all of these products are going to show up on the products page. So right now you can see that I've got 14 products here on AutoDS and also 14 products here on TikTok Shop. It's the same exact products. We're going to do all of the product management through AutoDS and also the order automation, importing products, product research. All of the stuff is being done all from one system, which will just make everything so much easier and so much more scalable. And so here from the products page, as I showed you, there's a whole bunch of filters that you can use here as well. So first of all, we can see the products that are being sold. And I haven't optimized the prices yet. So for example, except for the first product that I just imported now that costs 40 and we're selling it for 70, or this backpack that the profitability is it's okay here. We're making about 16 bucks profit, sourcing for 32, selling for 50, but the rest do not have price optimization. You can see that this one is being sourced for 8, being sold for 9. There's pretty much no profit being done here. And the same for the rest of these products because I just added them for the demo purposes. So I'm going to choose all of these products, but I'm going to untick the first 2 because their prices are optimized. Then I'm going to do a bulk edit. Add item to edit. So the first thing that I want to edit is the fees percentage. So my break even is 6%. But then on top of that, I want to add another item to edit, and that is my additional profit percentage. And here I'm going to keep it on, I would say 70, because some of these products are really, really cheap and I can always change specific ones later. So 70% profit on top of my 6% break-even fee. I'm going to click on update. And now these bulk changes are being done. So I can check the status right up here. This is the first status of the product that I imported from the drafts, and this is the bulk price changer. So you can see that they are being completed one by one. Okay, so it takes about a couple seconds and all of these prices are being done for us. So you don't need to go inside and do it one by one and go through that whole tedious process. Automation is king. And this is the way that it is done. As it's being done, if I just go to my TikTok seller center and I just refresh the page, I will see that the prices have changed. So let's try to memorize for a sec. We've got the first two, the prices are optimized, but then the hand grip is $824. The women's winter ribbed beanie is $937. Let's refresh the page and see how much they cost now. Okay, so now it's looking a little bit better. I can see that the order of the products changed a bit, probably because of the changes. Okay, now it's the other way around. So these are the first two products. And where is that hand grip? Okay, right here. So $12.96. So now we're finally making some profit. And of course, we can round up the cents and all of that, but I want that to be as a default option. So I'm going to show you the settings page soon where you can get all of that done. So we can see that all the changes that we made so far have been completed by AutoDS. And as I look at my profits here, I can see that it's finally starting to make sense. So $7.99 being sold for almost 2 times the price, $13.99 also being sold for almost 2 times the price, $10 profit on a $25 order. So now the prices are good. And so let's see what other things we can do here. So I already showed you a whole bunch of filters that you can use. You can also create your own filter. So let's say, okay, products that have an inventory status of out of stock or on hold. On hold means that it's out of stock on your store, but it's in stock on your supplier store, but it's out of stock on yours because of a certain setting that you changed. And out of stock is it's out of stock on your store because it's also out of stock on your supplier store. So I'm going to click on done here. And I've only got one variation, one product that has one variation that's out of stock. So that's this women's V-neck long sleeve blouse here. So you can see that we've got 39 variations that are available, but one that's out of stock. Okay, so here, let's say I want to keep a filter that will always show me the out of stock products. So I'm going to click on save. And then on the filter name, I'm going to write out of stock and on hold. And I'm going to save that filter. And now every time I come to the products page, I can go to the filters, saved filters, and then I've got my out of stock on hold over here. I'll just click on it and then I'll see the list. Okay, and then that is going to take me and show me what products are like that. So we can see all the variations are here. It's all in stock, except for this one. It went out of stock on the supplier's website, so it's out of stock on our website, on our TikTok shop as well. So take advantage of the smart filter system because you got a whole bunch of filters that you can play around with here. When you uploaded the product, the profits, by certain fees, by certain collections that it's under, by the buy price, sell price, titles, brands, and so forth. So besides that, we're seeing the products here. So if you click on the product's image, it'll open up the editor for that product. So you can change the name, description, whatever you need. Then you've also got the variations that are available on hold, out of stock, all over here. The total variations that you have for this product. So here we've got 1 variation. Here we've got 3 variations. Then you've got the product's price. So the buying price and your selling price, how much profit you're making, the item ID. So where you're buying it from and where you're selling it on. So if I click on the sell ID, for example, it's going to take me to my TikTok shop. And then here I can see what the product looks like on my shop. Okay, so I imported this. It only took me a couple of minutes and it already looks good and people can already buy it, which is pretty cool. And I've got the buy ID, which is where I'm getting it from. So in this case, I click on it. It'll take me to Amazon and okay, this is where you are sourcing your product from. More to the right, how many units you sold. DWS is days without sell. How many days went on with this product not selling yet? What store it's uploaded to. You can have multiple stores. So as you see here, I've got some eBay stores and Amazon stores and Shopify stores. And you can also have multiple TikTok stores and other selling channels as well. Then you select which stores you want to see, and then you open up a page like orders or products, and then you'll see all of the orders, products, or drafts that you have on all of those stores combined that you selected. So this is the store that we're looking at, and the tags, and you can also click here on customize columns, and you can move things around. Like let's say, for example, I want to see how many sold units right away. So let's put that first, and then let's say price, and then the profit. Okay, then I can click on update. And those are the things that I will see first. So if I go to the left, I can first see the sold, the price, the profit, then the variations, and the rest of the information. Okay, so you want to use that customized column display. You can click on view history to see all of the things that changed, all of the things that happened on your products page. So you can see here that today I did a couple of things. One, I updated 12 products, which was the pricing that I just did, and I imported one from the drafts to the product section of my store. And you can do a few more small things like, again, bulk grab some products and then do a bulk delete if you don't want them on your store anymore. It'll delete it on AutoDS and on TikTok Shop. And that pretty much sums up everything that you have here on the products page. So that's how simple it is to import products, optimize them after you're doing your product research, after hooking up with your suppliers, after getting everything ready. Now the products are on your store, they're optimized, and you're going to start to get views even if you don't do any marketing efforts at all. I already showed you where mine is, so we're just going to click on analytics. Then you're going to click on product card. And here you can see that the views even went up a little bit more since we last spoke, which was just a few minutes ago. So I'm getting mainly views from the search function, which is nice. And yeah, they're mainly for searches that people are doing on TikTok Shop, but also from the TikTok homepage as well. Okay, so this traffic is coming in for free. I'm not doing anything for this. People are already seeing my products and I only have like 14 listed. So imagine listing hundreds and thousands of products, how much free organic traffic you're gonna get. You're gonna make sales without doing any effort at all, no marketing whatsoever, because you're uploading products that people are actually looking to buy and products that are trending after you did your product research, especially after you did the shortcuts that I showed you here. And remember that you can always upload more variations. You can look for more products similar to the bestsellers that you are seeing from here. So it's going to make things much easier. You're going to be much more flexible and you're going to really be able to test and penetrate the market the right way without spending a whole bunch of cash in order to do so. So now what's left to do is some marketing. So as I showed you, traffic is going to come to your store for free, but you want to boost that traffic. You want as much traffic as possible because that means more sales and profit, as long, of course, as we did good product research, and we are. So here now we are in the marketing section. This is the next step to start not only getting sales, but scale those sales and get as much as possible. So we've got free marketing methods and we've got paid marketing methods. The free marketing methods, and this is my number one most favorite method because a few years ago, we simply did not have this option. We would have to put money on every product that we want to test. I already talked about that. So today it's just about making organic short videos, posting them on mainly on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, because these are the go-to for short videos, reels. And I've already showed you some great sellers who are doing an insane job organically marketing their products simply by ordering the product to their house, shooting some videos on it. And I also have videos where I do that as well in other videos. So just make sure that you go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/AutoDS. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet, because there's so much more content just like this one where you can really see step by step how I do each and every one of these things. But you already get the idea. You order the product, you first learn from what other sellers did, sellers' videos that actually worked for them, see what they did on the hook, how they reeled in the audience, what they showed, and you'll mainly notice that they always show the product right away. They show it in action, the wow effect or what problem it solves, instead of doing some slow unboxing or starting the first hook on, something that's not even on the product or showcasing it whatsoever. You'll slowly start to learn the more you do it. So you're going to search for other sellers who made short organic videos on this product or similar ones, and this is the best way to test the market. Now, this way, you're going to start getting views. Now, some videos are not going to get any views. Maybe your first few videos are going to get little to just a few views, but the more you work at it, and the more you switch around the products and the hooks and the creatives, you'll slowly start to learn how it's done, especially when you're looking at other sellers first. So learning from best practices, and shooting these videos yourself. It doesn't cost any money to shoot a video. It doesn't cost any money to post it on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And what you will get from that, once you start to get better at it, is free traffic to your store. And then you can take a video that's working really well. Out of, let's say, 50 videos, let's say 2-3 went super viral. Now you can take those 2-3 videos that are already getting you free sales, and you can put a budget on those videos and turn them into ads without any extra effort. You can do it directly on TikTok, and you can do it in a few ways. You can also do it from campaigns, but I'm just going to do it really quickly. You're going to click here on Create Custom Shop Ads, and that will take you to this page over here where you can create a new campaign. Now, you can do it on a post that you already have, right? So you can create a campaign, and I'm going to walk you through the steps relatively quickly because you already have all the information and also have a full video on it where I actually do it and I spend money and I show you exactly what I got from that. But basically here you're creating a campaign and you can choose media that you already have, like videos that already went viral for you organically, and just put a budget on them and let TikTok work its magic. So this is how you can test the market before actually putting money on it. So the best free way to market your products on TikTok Shop is simply by shooting short organic videos. Now, since you already have your TikTok account connected to your TikTok Shop seller account, it's going to make everything so much easier. And then you're going to double down on them with TikTok ads. It's recommended. It's built in through the TikTok ads manager. So you can see it right here. And this is where you're going to see all your campaigns and everything else that I showed you. So you connect your TikTok Shop and it's going to make everything so much easier. Besides that, you can also do TikTok affiliate, Facebook ads, and YouTube ads. TikTok affiliate, I already mentioned it. It's right over here. And this is where you connect with other creators. I wouldn't recommend this until you actually have a steady flow of income from your store. And you can use that income to invest in other creators to shoot videos on your product. This is also a good option if you don't want to shoot the videos yourself, but this can become very costly, especially if you're using good influencers with a good following. And it's even really important to make sure that their followers are people who are relevant to purchase your product. But besides that, you also have Facebook ads and YouTube ads. Once you run a campaign on TikTok ads, Facebook ads and YouTube ads will become really easy because most of the campaign setup and configuration and the ad sets and the ads and everything else pretty much follows the same concept. So I'm going to leave a link to another video that I made where I ran a TikTok ad. I went through the whole campaign, so you can pretty much see how it's done. But again, it's very simple, very straightforward, and I actually have a few videos on this. So all of the tips, you're going to get it from here. So when you're actually ready for this advanced marketing step, which is not going to be on your day one or week one or even month one, but when you're ready for this, then I want you to use this URL, which I'm going to link under TikTok ads. Okay, so I'm going to add a link into this, and this is the video that you're going to watch to understand how to create your TikTok campaign, how much of a budget to put, and what all of the options are that you have, and how to target your audiences and how to get everything done the right way so that you'll actually run a profitable ad, but only after you did a good job with organic marketing and you know what products you're going to market. If you have a big budget and you don't mind testing with the paid method before going organic, you can do that. But I always like to go with a budget-friendly option and to increase the chances as much as possible for you to see success sooner than later. So I would recommend organic first, then double down on your winners. Okay, so all of the explanations are there. I'm not going to go over it now, and you already have the info right here. Do stay tuned though on our YouTube channel because there are more videos that are going to come out with even longer explanations on how to run these campaigns and even big budgets that I put in other videos like the long Shopify video that's on our YouTube channel that's around 16 hours long. So that is really going to break it down step by step. So that is why I'm going to skip out on that because it's advanced and you already have a much bigger explanation on our YouTube channel. You can ask for the link in the comments if you cannot find it and I will send it to you. Now, I also added this resource, the audience research spreadsheet, which will help you target your audiences even better. So when you're actually doing paid marketing, you're going to answer questions like who are the authority figures of your target audiences, what books, magazines do they read, what type of events do they like to attend, what other relevant products do they use, and then you're going to add those answers here. And then when you're going to do your paid marketing, you can easily submit those interests and further increase the chance of finding the right audiences. Then I got a full step-by-step in this cheat sheet on how to create a TikTok ad. So you can just follow through with the video that I sent and just follow these steps right here, right? So first you've got some tips like get a video from the product with a strong hook, showing what the product does, why the viewer needs it, things that I already pretty much talked about, how to get a video for your ad. Then you're going to start with your campaign setup. Then you're going to move to the ad group setup. Then you're going to move to the ad setup. So I'm not going to go over it now. You have it all here in the cheat sheet. Once again, hashtag TikTok shop. Let me know what is your top takeaway from this video, and I will happily send you the link to this cheat sheet. So again, you're starting off with the campaign. This is the broad goal, okay, that you want to have. Then it's the ad group setup. So the ad group setup is going to be connected to your campaign. So you can have one campaign with multiple ad groups. The ad group is basically going to be your budgeting and the audience targeting, the demographics and things like that. Then you're going to have the ad setup that's connected to the ad group that's connected to the campaign. And the ad is the actual ad copy itself, the video that you're going to upload there, the text that you're going to use, the call to action buttons and all of that. Okay, so you can have multiple ads under multiple ad groups, under one or even multiple campaigns. So you can really mess around with this, but you do want to learn it step by step. And that is why I added everything here with the video explanation as well. And now that you are done marketing, you are getting orders. So now we're going to move over to order fulfillment and learn what to do once an order comes in. So when an order comes in on our TikTok shop, you're going to see it on the TikTok shop orders page, but you're also going to see it on the AutoDS orders page. And it's so much better to do it from here because this is where you're going to be processing the orders, whether doing it manually or automatically. We're going to go over that now. So how do we process these orders that are coming in? When an order comes in, it's going to be in pending status. So you can either go to your supplier's website, right? Click on the buy ID, go to your supplier's website, website. You've got all of the buyer's details over here. So you're going to the supplier's website, you're adding the product to your cart, you're checking out, and then you're going to add all of the customer's information. So this is all fine and all, but when you're doing it manually, and then you're going to get 10, 15, 20, 50 orders per day, this is going to take up all of your day. And if you make a mistake on the shipping address and things like that, which happens to me more often than I'd like to admit, then you're going to have to lose money on some orders because you made some mistakes. And it's just going to be so hard to scale and make more profit this way. So again, you can go to your supplier's website, purchase the product, and simply ship it directly to your customer. And then once you do that, you're going to go here to the orders tab. You're going to move it from pending to ordered. You're going to put the buy order ID that you're getting from your supplier's website, the total buy price that you paid, and then you're going to see how much profit you actually made on that order. And then you're going to save the order. Once it's shipped, you get tracking information from your supplier. You're going to copy that tracking information, come back here to the order, move it to shipped, put the tracking number right here, and select the shipping carrier and save it again. Then your customer will know that the product was shipped, tracking information was uploaded, and they will be able to track the events. But we are here for automation, and that is what we are going to do. So in order to automate this whole process, there are two automation features like I mentioned. One is called automatic orders, one is called fulfilled by AutoDS. And again, the difference between them is that automatic orders uses your buyer accounts, fulfilled by AutoDS uses AutoDS's buyer accounts, and I would prefer that one much more. And you've got an explanation on them right here under order fulfillment. So you got fulfilled by AutoDS with the fulfilled by AutoDS supported suppliers. So you can click on that and see what suppliers AutoDS supports with fulfilled by AutoDS. So you can fulfill your orders on any one of these suppliers and it will use AutoDS's buyer account. So Macy's, Kohl's, Kmart, Home Depot, Amazon, all of these retailers, and especially the AutoDS warehouse, which is really important because we got a lot of US suppliers there, as I showed you when we were doing product research. So as you can see, there's a lot of suppliers that are supported by fulfilled by AutoDS. But if you want to use your buyer accounts or you want to use other suppliers that AutoDS supports that you can find under autods.com/suppliers. So if you want to use any of these that are not supported by fulfilled by AutoDS, then you can just use the automatic orders, which will use your buyer accounts. That's the main difference between them. So again, the best method is to use fulfilled by AutoDS. You don't need to have multiple buyer accounts using multiple suppliers. And of course, you don't only want to work with one supplier, guys. Work with multiple suppliers. So if one ever lets you down, if one ever runs out of stock on a winner for you, or if one goes on vacation, you can always rely on other suppliers and you won't put all of your eggs in one basket. So the main difference between them is whose buyer accounts are we using. Fulfilled by AutoDS uses AutoDS's, so you don't have to have multiple accounts with multiple suppliers and worry about your accounts getting locked or all your credit card information being stored under your buyer accounts. Or of course, use automatic orders, which will use your buyer accounts, but the orders will still get automated. They will get sent out automatically. Tracking information will update automatically as well. So that is the main difference between the two. Then you've got manual order fulfillment, which, as I mentioned, not recommended, difficult to scale, human error. You'll have to update tracking one by one, worry about buyer account locks and things like that. So use that with your own caution. So how do we opt in to fulfilled by AutoDS in automatic orders? Let's take a look at that really quick. So if I go to the settings on AutoDS, under plans and add-ons, first we do want to have the product finding hub. Okay, so make sure that you have that enabled. It costs at the moment $14.97 a month, and you can make up for that from just having one order from this hub. Make that profit, and everything else is your profit to have, and that will pay for that subscription. The orders processor, this is to have automatic orders, $8 per month. You want to have that enabled in order to have automatic orders. Then you're going to go to supplier settings. And let's say you want to enable fulfilled by AutoDS when you have orders from Amazon US, from products that you imported from Amazon US. I'm going to choose that as my supplier. My store is Daily Deals US. That's my TikTok shop. And then here I'm going to click on orders and I'm going to have this on, process orders using the fulfilled by AutoDS service. I can also have automatic orders on at the same time. And then when an order comes in, it won't be in pending. It'll get sent to auto order right away, or just have fulfilled by AutoDS on. So an order will come in pending status and I will have to manually switch the status from pending to send to auto order in order for that order to be processed automatically. And next, you've also got tracking conversion. And I would recommend here, sometimes from Amazon, you're going to get a TBA tracking number that's not trackable anywhere. So in order to put up with that, you're going to click on this menu and you're going to use generate UPS, FedEx, and DHL tracking number. This way, you'll get a tracking number that's trackable on TikTok Shop. And of course, it's going to keep your seller account super healthy. So I strongly recommend using tracking conversion to generate a UPS, FedEx, or DHL tracking number. You can also set other settings like what is the maximum purchase order price or what is the maximum loss. You shouldn't be losing money, but if for some reason, what is the maximum that you're willing to lose and still send out the order, I would keep it on $0 to $1 because there's no reason for you to be losing money. But if for any reason, then you've also got the gift message. So all of the products on Fulfilled by AutoDS using Amazon as a supplier are going to be sent out using Amazon Prime. So your products are going to ship out and get delivered relatively quickly within just a couple of days, which is a huge advantage. And it's also going to be sent out with gift messages if the product supports it, and 99% of them do. So here you can edit that gift message that you're sending your buyers and write whatever you want there. And once you're done, you're going to click on save. And now when an order comes in, it will be fulfilled using the Fulfilled by AutoDS service. But what about the automatic order service that we talked about? So if I untick Fulfilled by AutoDS and only tick in automatic orders, then this will require a buyer account because we're not using Fulfilled by AutoDS anymore. So this means that we need to go here to buyer accounts, and we're going to create a new buyer account. And here you're going to choose one of the 4 suppliers that automatic order supports. So AliExpress, Home Depot, Walmart, or Amazon. Let's say in this case, it's Walmart. So here the region is the United States. You're going to write your email here, then just fill in the rest of the information, your credentials for Walmart, and the billing name, zip code, and the rest of the info. Payment methods is what payment method you would like to use to process these orders on Walmart, and other settings as well, like what is the maximum amount of pending orders that you would like to have that are in ordered status before sending out new orders. So you want to wait for them to get shipped first. Daily orders price limit. So let's say you don't want your credit card on Walmart to spend more than $100 per day, so you can limit that right here. And automatic tracking numbers is definitely something that I would recommend having on. And that's pretty much it. You're going to click on add when you're done, and this buyer account will be added, and then you can automate your Walmart orders or Amazon or whatever supplier you use there when setting up your buyer accounts. So that's the main difference between Fulfilled by AutoDS and automatic orders and how to get that ball rolling. Another thing that you need to know is that each order costs 1 auto order credit. Okay, so you're going to click here on buy credits, and you're going to choose whatever package you want. The higher the package, the less you're going to pay for each credit. So each order costs 1 auto order credit. And when you're using Fulfilled by AutoDS, then since the system is not using your buyer account to pay for the orders, it needs a balance to pay for the orders. So here you're going to load a balance right up here. You see that currently I have a balance of $103. I can click on load, and then I can choose what amount I would like to load to the system, and I can pay for that with credit card, PayPal, or Payoneer. I would recommend going with Payoneer because there's only a 3% deposit fee, whereas credit card and PayPal takes 5%. So on Payoneer, for example, if I load $100, it's going to charge me $103, and I'll have another $100 on my balance to pay for my orders. Everything else is completely automated, and this is the true way to scale and really hit it to the big numbers, because you are not spending all time fulfilling orders. You're not spending all day updating tracking information. You're not making any mistakes, and you are focused on product research, adding more products, and growth. From here, it's just a matter of analyzing and optimizing your success. So you check out what ads are working well, turn off the ones that aren't working. You have the full tutorials, all of the explanations in the ad videos that I talked about, and you're going to continue adding more products similar to the ones that are selling well for you. You're going to look for more suppliers, better suppliers, and continue doing product research. This is the number one thing that's going to help your store make more sales. And the next thing to focus on the most after that is customer service. Be open to your customers. Read the messages. Read if there are any returns, if there are any cases on your TikTok shop seller account. Make sure that you always have healthy standards on your account status. And this is what's going to help you going for year after year as you continue growing with better product research, more sales, and more profits that follow, because you are doing everything under automation. So you're spending no time doing things that you're not supposed to do, and you're always focused on growth. So now that our TikTok store is finally ready and we already have products and we're already making views, as we can see right here, and this is completely organic, didn't do any marketing efforts yet, and I only have several products listed just within the past several hours, I know that the sales are going to come in sooner or later. The more products I add, the better my product research and everything else that you learned up until this point. You should already be gaining organic traffic right now. I want to go over the AutoDS settings just to make sure that you have all of the right settings to make your job even easier, to make automation work even more smooth. So here's everything that you need to know on how to optimize the automation on your TikTok shop in the best way possible. So of course, we're going to click on settings right here on the bottom left, and then we've got all of these options right here. So first, we're going to start with the supplier settings column. You're probably already used to it because I've shown it a couple times in this video. So this is going to configure all of the settings from the suppliers that you are going to work with that are going to connect to your TikTok shop. So you're going to select your TikTok shop right here on the top left. If it's the only one you have, it's going to be selected by default. And then you can add whatever supplier you would like to configure the settings for. So for example, if your supplier is not listed here, you can just click on add supplier and then choose one of AutoDS's supported suppliers. As you know, there are many and we're always adding more all the time. So here there's all of the regular suppliers, the retail, the wholesale suppliers, and you've also got the AutoDS marketplace suppliers. Okay, so whatever supplier you would like to configure. In this case, I'm just going to leave it on Amazon US. So these are the supplier settings for every time I list a product, because right now I'm under the lister, when I'm listing products from Amazon to my TikTok shop. So first thing is the default product quantity. I like keeping it around 10. So I'm always going to have 10 units available for these products here that I have on my store. So I'm always going to have a quantity of 10 in this example for every product that I add to my store. As we can see right here, quantity 10, quantity 10, quantity 10. And for these that have more, it's simply because I got more variations. So each variation has a quantity of 10. Like this women's V-neck long sleeve blouse has 40 items, 40 variations, and one variation is out of stock. So instead of having 400, I've got 390, as we can see right here. Okay, so that is how that is calculated. Now, every time you sell a unit, so it's going to go down to 9, and then it's going to jump back up to whatever your default product quantity is. So you're always going to be at this product quantity. Now, if your supplier is running out of stock and you know that, then you want to set the default product quantity accordingly. And soon I'm also going to show you a setting that will define if you want the product to stay in stock, as long as the supplier has a minimum amount in stock as well. And that's especially good for seasonal peaks, like let's say Christmas time, and you know that the supplier runs out of stock relatively quickly. So if he has 5 units left, then you know that within a few minutes he's going to have 0. So you can set a setting, okay, if you only have 5 units left, then I want you to take it out of stock on my store so I don't end up getting a sell, not fulfilling it on time, and then my supplier will run out of stock. You're going to learn this stuff as you go along. But again, this is the good kind of trouble where you already found winning products and now you're trying to sell as much as possible of them and rake in as much profit as you can. So default product quantity. Then we've got shipping methods. I already went over that. I go with cheapest with tracking. We're not going to go with cheapest because that won't have tracking, and we have to have trackable tracking information on TikTok shop. Already went over that, so I'm skipping over to the next. We're going to go with cheapest with tracking, not fastest, because fastest could take a really expensive shipping carrier as long as it has tracking, and then we could end up paying a lot of money for shipping. Default template is not relevant for TikTok shop. Then we've got the advanced lister settings. Now remember that all of these options that we're setting right now is under lister. So this means every time I list a product from Amazon to my TikTok shop, I want these conditions to happen. So do you want to allow duplicates? This means that if I already have this product on my store from this supplier and I'm trying to add it again because I didn't notice that I have it, then ticking in this box will allow you to upload duplicates. I recommend leaving it off because I don't see any advantage of having duplicates on TikTok shop. Then you have allow out of stock variations. So this means, okay, I'm adding a product and it has a lot of variations. Now let's say some of them are out of stock naturally. I'd still want to add those out of stock variations anyway, because when they get back to stock, when they get back in stock, it's going to go back in stock on my store as well. So I like having this option on. I want to allow out of stock variations. Capitalize the title doesn't really matter. It capitalizes the first letter of each word because anyway, we're going to AI optimize our titles. So it's up to you. Duplicate main image up to 12. This is mainly good if you only have 1 image or 2 images for your product and you just want to fill up all the images that you can. Allow marketplace sellers. So this option, I would recommend having this off when you're dropshipping from Amazon, because this means that your product will stay in stock if it goes out of Prime. So you can see that these bedding sheets are using Amazon Prime, which means that these products are going to be delivered within a couple of days, which is really, really good for our customers. And if we allow marketplace sellers, then if the product goes out of Prime, which means that now we're going to have to start using third-party sellers, which could take a really long time to ship and the prices could also be more expensive, then we don't really want that option because it could cause damage to our TikTok shop and our reputation. So I don't like having marketplace sellers. So if it goes out of Prime, it'll also go on hold / out of stock on our store, and it will come back in stock once the product on Amazon goes back to being Prime. Then we've got add categories to tags. So whatever categories your product is being added to, okay, so you can see, for example, all of these categories. So it's going to create tags for these as well. So it's going to create a tag for sports and outdoor, ball sports, golf training equipment, whatever categories and subcategories it used. it will also use that as tags in AutoDS. I already talked about the importance of tags and showed it to you. Really good for product optimization and analyzing later on. Then we've got upload variations. So I would recommend having this on. If you're uploading a product and it's got variations, there's no reason not to add them. And I also showed you how there's an option to add your own variations, even from different suppliers, just so that you'll have a really unique product page that nobody else has. Then we've got apply watermark. So in the settings, in the store settings, you can add a watermark if you would like to watermark your images. Split variants into products is pretty much the opposite of uploading variations. So if you have split variants into products on, what it's going to do is if you've got variations, it's going to, instead of creating all of these variations under one product page, each variation is going to be its own unique product page. So each variation is going to be one standalone product without additional variations. It's up to you what you would like to use because both have their advantages and disadvantages. It's nice having a lot of variations in one page. The customer can see more options that they have. But on the other hand, some customers don't know that there's extra variations inside a listing. So whatever they see as the main image, that is the variation that they might think is the only one you have available. Okay, so it's up to you to decide. You can test both ways, see what works with your target audience. Then you've got allow Vero blocked keywords. So I'm going to show you this section soon where you can decide what keywords you would like to leave out of your listings if they are there from your supplier's website and you're adding products through the automatic importer. So there are some keywords which you might not be going over, but you don't want to have them. So those are the block keywords, but then there's also Vero. Vero is eBay's verified owner rights program. So there you have a lot of companies that don't want you reselling their products. So AutoDS keeps a database of all of these Vero companies. So if you try adding a product, it doesn't matter if it's not on eBay. In this example, it's on TikTok Shop. But if you try adding a product to TikTok Shop and it's Vero on eBay, then here you're going to get an error message or a warning message on AutoDS. Hey, this product is Vero because of the manufacturer's name or for whatever reason. Are you sure that you still want to upload it to your store? So here, if you tick in allow Vero/block keywords, it's going to allow those keywords to come in without letting you know. I like having it off because I do want to see if there are any problematic listings that I'm trying to add to my store before I add them. Then we've got price and stock monitoring settings. I definitely recommend having this on. We want to have price and stock monitoring. We already know the definition of that and obviously why we need it. Next, we've got AI optimization settings. So here you can opt in to have AI optimize your title and description. I mentioned it before, but this is how you're going to do it. Instead of going to the products page or to the drafts page and bulk grabbing your items and doing the AI optimization, then you can do it before it's even listed to your store, before it even makes it to the drafts or the products page. So this way it's automated for you. So you can just choose the tones, the temperatures of the titles/descriptions, and you've got this done for you automatically as soon as you list that product and move it to the draft section or to the product section of your store. Then we've got default item specifics. This is good, especially if you're riding on one specific niche, one specific product line, and you want to have one or more item specifications that will be repetitive throughout all of the products that you are going to add from Amazon or from your supplier to your selling channel. So you're going to add those item specifics right here. But be careful with this one because if you add a product that doesn't relate to these item specifics, it's going to have it anyway. You're going to have to remember to either remove it from here or go to the item specifics tab on the products or the drafts page and remove it from there. Then we've got pricing. So this is where you're going to automatically price your product. So you won't have to do it every time you list a product. So every time I list a product from Amazon to TikTok Shop in this example, I want my fees to always be 6% and I want to make another 60% additional profit or 70%. It actually depends on the price. And that's why I'm going to show you the next step, which is the dynamic profit. But first, additional profit in fixed price. If you want, you can also add that as well. Like for example, if you want to add another $1 profit no matter what on top of the 70%, then it's going to add that as well. Then we've got default automation. So that is in the next tab. So you're going to set that up here and then you can choose it here. I've already have a few examples here, but I want to show you how to set it up first. And dynamic profit. So this is if you want to have a different profit for different price ranges. In other words, let's say the product costs anywhere between $0 to $25, then in this case, I want to make 80% profit because it's low ticket and I want to make more profit. So that is the profit percentage. And you can also choose a fixed profit price. Then you can add another rule. So now, okay, if it costs anywhere between $25 to, let's say, $50, then 70% profit is nice. I don't want to keep it on 80 because it just might go too high. And that's it. Additional price, additional profit here. You can add if you want. And you can keep this going. Okay, so if it goes from 50 to, let's say, $100, there's a little bug with this, so bear with me. then 60% profit is enough for me. Okay, no need for this additional profit. I'm already profiting enough. And that's it. Anywhere above $100, just keep my usual 60%. And here you can set the set price since value. Remember how I showed you that inside the variation settings of the product, but this is how you can pre-configure it so it'll automatically be done on all of the products that you're adding. So here, 0.97, for example, and of course, include the shipping price inside the source price. So we'll always be able to offer free shipping to our buyers. Then we're going to click on save and move on to the next tab, which is the orders tab. I already went over this, so I'm not going to go over it again. If you missed it, you're skipping out on parts in this video, and I recommend you to go back and rewatch if you don't know what this is. But in general, this is where you are going to set if you want to work with automatic orders fulfilled by AutoDS or fulfill everything manually. Then we've got the general tab, very basic. So what is the weight unit that you want to show? Automatic SKU filling, I would leave that off so that it'll make it harder for your competitors to find your sources. Then on monitoring, what is the minimum product quantity? So I just mentioned this a couple of minutes ago. Remember how I said if your supplier has a minimum product quantity of X, then you don't want it in stock on your store because he's going to run out of stock quickly and you might not be fulfilling your order on time. Of course, with automation, you will, but let's say you're not using that. So here I would say, okay, if my supplier has 3 units left, then it could get a little bit risky. Take it out of stock on my store, and then it'll be on hold. Remember how I showed you that you have a variation either in stock, on hold, or out of stock? So here it's on hold because it's not really out of stock on your supplier's website. It's only out of stock on your website because of the setting of the supplier setting that you have inside the AutoDS settings. And when you hover over the on hold, you're going to have the reason why it's on hold. So you'd know that it's because of this. Then you've got maximum shipping days. So this sets what is the maximum shipping days on the products that I'm adding that I'd still like to keep it in stock if it didn't pass the maximum. So if, for example, my TikTok shop policy that I set is 10 days, right? We've got 3 days handling time to update tracking information and then 7 more days to deliver. So in this case, I'm going to keep it on 10 or even 11. So this means that if my supplier takes 12 days to ship out a certain product, then it's going to go on hold / out of stock on my store, even though it's in stock on my supplier's store. So this is the maximum shipping days. And choose from supplier's table, we're going to go with Prime first because we're only going to work with Prime products. So when it's looking for what supplier to use, what seller to use from here, when you've got multiple sellers, then I want the system to grab Prime first and not go to the marketplace sellers. And I'm going to tick in Prime only. This is what's going to take the product out of stock if it goes out of Prime here and moves on to the marketplace sellers, which I do not want. Then we're going to save these settings and move on from supplier settings to automations. This is where we set pricing automation. And the goal of pricing automation is to make sure that the system finds the sweet spot of the highest price for your products while it continues to make consistent sales. Here's what I mean and how to set that up. So what I did so far was I clicked here on Add Automation, and then we're going to give this a name. So TikTok Shop Pricing Automation, for example. Okay, click on next. And now we're going to raise the price by sales performance. So this is the condition. Okay, you can toggle it on or off. So when a product sells more than, let's say, 2 times per 7 days. So if it sells at least 2 times a week, and of course you can change it to weeks, months, then I want you to raise the product price by, let's say, 5%, up to a limit of 20%, let's say, because I don't want it to be too expensive. And you can also raise the product price by a fixed price. Then you're going to click on next and do the same thing when a product doesn't sell for an X amount of time. So when the number of sales is lower than, let's say, 1 per 30 days. So if the product doesn't sell 1 time every month, then I want you to decrease the product price down by, let's say, 3% each time, down to a total limit of 15%, because below that, we're not going to be making much profit and we don't want to go below this point. This is just an example. And then you can also do it for a fixed price instead of percentage or on top of percentage. Then we're going to click on next. Now it's going to ask me, okay, what products do you want to assign these rules to? So this is going backwards to the products that you already added to your store. And it's also going to be done for the future products that you will add. When you're listing products on your store, remember that there is an option to choose pricing automation. So you're going to choose this automation that you're creating now. And we can do that in the column before under supplier settings. So I'm going to show you that in a minute. So right now, let's say you're going to do it for all of your products or none of your products, only for the future ones, doesn't matter. So you can just choose whatever products you want to assign this to, or I will assign products later. And once you do that, it will be done. So let me go ahead and finish this. Okay, and now I've got TikTok Shop pricing automation here, and I don't have any variations assigned because I didn't choose them. But let's say I want to apply it to new products that I will add. So I'm going back to Supplier Settings, and then every time I add products from the supplier to my TikTok Shop, I also want to have pricing automation, which is here under pricing. And we've got the default automation here. So instead of no automation, we're going to click on that and we're going to go with TikTok Shop pricing automation, save that. And now this will happen every time I list products from the supplier to my TikTok Shop. So that is the pricing automation. And this will really help you find the sweet spot where you can make, once again, consistent sales with the highest profitability, because it will keep raising the price if your product is making sales. So if you found a winner, you're going to sell it at the most expensive price where you're making the most amount of profit while you still have consistent sales. Once those sales start to drop, the price will drop all the way down to your minimum, and it will find where it will pick up sales again, and it's going to keep it around that consistent price. Okay, templates is not relevant, so we are going to move to keywords. So you know how I mentioned a few minutes ago that this is the place where you can add keywords that you would like to block out. You don't want to see them in your listings. So this is what I mean by that. I'm going to click here on add keywords, and then here I could say, okay, so let's say I don't want contact us to show. I don't want, let's say, phone number. I don't want Amazon to show up in the keywords. So next, what you can do is, okay, if any one of these keywords appear in the product's title, then either do nothing, don't upload it to TikTok Shop, or just delete that text from the uploaded text. And same thing if it's in the description. Either do nothing, don't upload the product whatsoever, or you can upload it, but just delete that text from the product. And if it appears in the manufacturer, then don't upload the product. Okay, then I'm going to click on save, and then we can see all of the keywords that we created and what action to take if that happens. So you can do this if you're using suppliers, if you're uploading products from suppliers that use keywords that you don't want your target audience to see. Like if they have email addresses, phone numbers in the descriptions or anything like that, you don't want that on your listing as well. So that will remove those keywords from showing up on your store, on your listings. Okay, so that is the blacklist keyword section. Then we've got plans and add-ons. So I've already showed you this when we talked about the product finding hub and the orders processor in order to have all of the product research methods besides the marketplace, which is free with the private suppliers. And we've got the orders processor to automate our orders. And we've got more things like a mentorship program, VA users, which I'll talk about in a second. I'm going to get to users over here. That's virtual assistants that can help you run your dropshipping business and take automation to the next level. So I'm going to show you that soon, but this is where you can configure that add-on and have it on. And besides that, you have your regular selling channels. So of course, you will have TikTok activated, and then you've got your plans right here. So you can see that right now I'm on the starter 400 plan, which costs $34.90 a month, at least by the time that I'm recording this video. And you can see how many variations you added so far, how many products, and how many stores you can connect. So this TikTok starter plan, I can have 3 stores, 400 products, and you can click to upgrade. Once you're already making a decent amount of sales with your current 400 package, you can upgrade your package right here to the next one and be able to upload more listings, make more sales. And with your experienced product research status, this should help you make much more sales. And so the next one after starter 400 will be advanced 800, and this will allow you to have 800 products. Next one after that is 1,200. And after that, when you are really hitting the big numbers, and congratulations for making it this far, you can choose a custom package, and you can also contact our support team to make a custom package for you that will be the most cost efficient for your business while you can maximize your sales and profits. Here you can see what each package will give you, but mainly you have all of the full automation on all of them. The main difference is the amount of products that you can upload to each package and how many TikTok shop stores you can connect. So that is the packages section. Next, you've got account and billing. So here you can see all of your history, all of your payment history to AutoDS. Then you've got the users. So this is where you're going to add virtual assistants that can help you with your business, but only do this after your business is running, after your store is already set up and you know how to run your business by yourself. Don't let someone run your business if you don't know how to do it yet. So get some experience first, and then I highly advise getting a virtual assistant, and this is why. So here I'm going to add a new user, and let's just call him Jeff, and his email is jeff@gmail.com. and you're going to give him a designated password, and then you can choose what store you would like to give him or her access to. So all of your stores or a selected store or multiple stores, and then what privileges you want them to have. So for example, do you want them to access your dashboard, view and edit your products, view, edit, and delete your drafts, orders, take care of customer messages and cases. This is actually more relevant for eBay. View and import untracked listings, list new products and active products or untracked products, and view and edit your settings. The untracked products is something that I haven't mentioned, so I will go over it after this, but this is simply an option. If you already have a TikTok shop and you already listed products from either manually or from another tool, and now you're migrating or connecting your store to AutoDS, but your TikTok shop already has products, so AutoDS doesn't know who your supplier is for those products, so it will go to the untracked product section in the products page, and then you're going to just have to let the system know who is the supplier, what is the buy URL for this link for this product, and then it will do the whole syncing and the automation with the price and stock monitoring, automatic orders, and everything else. Okay, so this is where you're going to add a virtual assistant. Once you're done doing it, you're going to click on Add User. Then you can pass the credentials onto your virtual assistant and let them start working on your store. I wouldn't give them access to the whole business in the beginning, but as you get to know them, as you start to trust them, you can give them access to more and more sections of your store and let the next level of automation begin. Next, we've got buyer accounts. This is where you're going to add buyer accounts for automatic orders. I already went over this, but basically you're going to add an account for whatever supplier you would like to have automatic orders with, but this is not fulfilled by AutoDS because it's using your buyer account. So this is where you're going to get that account set up. We've already been over that. Next, we've got notifications, and this is where you can ask to get notified every time one of these things occur on your store. So for example, if you're using automatic orders or fulfilled by AutoDS and there's a tracking number update available from your supplier, then you can get an email if you toggle this on. If an order failed to process, if an order succeeded in processing, new orders that come into your store, monitoring notifications, so every time something happens to the stock or to the price status of our products, then you can say how often you would like to receive these mails, so on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis, and what email you would like to receive these updates on right over here. You're going to click on Save, and every time one of these events occur, you're going to get an email notification. Last but not least is store settings. So here you have a few options. For example, renewing your store token. If for any reason something happened to the synchronization or customer support asks you to renew your token, you can do that right here. Basically, there shouldn't be any issues, but if it happens from time to time, this is where that's done. You can set your store watermark over here as well. I talked about the store watermarks that you can change it in the settings, and then it will upload to all of your images. Resync your store, kind of similar to renewing your token, only here you're kind of adding your TikTok shop again. Again, this is only for technical issues which may arise. Most likely it won't happen. In case it does, this is where that is done. And this is where you can get a .store domain, but this is only relevant for Shopify stores. This, however, is relevant for you. So this is where you're going to upload that logo. I already showed you this when we were doing, when we were in the supplier section of this video. But basically, this is where you're going to upload that logo for your store. And when you send out an order from AutoDS's private suppliers that have private customization options, it's going to get sent out with this logo on the side as a thank you card. So really nice to have. You can start branding your store from day one from your first order using AutoDS's private supplier. So it's a great feature to have. And that pretty much sums up all of the relevant settings for you to use when dropshipping with AutoDS and TikTok Shop. So I said that I'm going to show you the untracked products. So basically for that, you're going to have to open up the product screen. I don't have any untracked products here. So let me add a couple of more stores which may have them that I have connected to this account just to kind of show you how that is done. And then we can pretty much wrap this up. You are more than ready to get started, especially if you made it this far into the video. So the last thing for you to do is grab this cheat sheet so you can have everything that I went over step by step all the way down to the end. Once again, to get access to it, all you got to do is comment right below this video, hashtag TikTok Shop. Let me know what you learned from this video. What is your top takeaway? And I am going to send this to you. No questions asked, direct link to get this cheat sheet. Okay, so I added a few more stores that are connected to this AutoDS account. So now I have a lot of products that are untracked, as you can see right here. So if you click on untracked products, again, this is the example. If you add a TikTok shop to AutoDS, after you already had an established stores with listings in it, and now you added it to AutoDS, so the system doesn't know who the supplier is because you did not add them through AutoDS. So let me just open one of these, for example. So the system is like, okay, I can see this product on your store with all of these variations, but who is your supplier here? Where are you getting the info from so that we can connect it and do the automation? So you're going to click here on connect, and here you're going to fill in the URL or the product ID for the supplier where you're getting this product from the source, and choose who the source is from here and which warehouse it's coming from. Then it will move from untracked to the track to the regular products page, and this is where automation will begin for those products as well. Good job on making it this far. Now it's finally time to take action. Start from the first step, get the cheat sheet, create your store now if you haven't done so yet, start your product research, connect with automation, start adding your products, enjoy the sales and profit, get addicted to that cha-ching sound, and I cannot wait to hear about your success story down in the comments below. Good luck with TikTok Shop dropshipping, and I'll see you in the next one.